All right, we are live. Live. We are
Hello.
live. Started a bit
Little
early.
pre-stream.
Little pre-stream. Waiting for people to come in. Eric's gonna tell me how many people are in here, what are we doing, all that kind of stuff. I don't have the
Stream
chat
half
up.
yellow. That's interesting.
Well, we've got
What do you,
Hangouts,
what's your bit rate, mate?
bitrate,
You don't know what you're
three
doing, clearly.
300 or some shit.
300. It's low.
No, we set it up. It's like 2,000. What do you think?
Yeah.
I don't want to show fucking settings. Alright, stream. Output 2,000.
Alright.
Alright, we're in. People pouring in to the live stream.
Now, Christian didn't want the chat on the screen because he thought it was too unruly.
Plus, we really don't have enough screen real estate. Especially with Eric in the corner over here.
I mean, I was in the corner when we do live streams anyway.
That's true.
Look how dark I am. Jesus. What are you gonna do?
Do you have a curtain on your window?
Mate, they're all open.
Yeah, close it, put the light on.
It's worse.
How's that?
It's far worse.
Get a fucking shitty fog light.
Yeah.
One will light the fucking room up. So, what's going on, mate? Break, no One Piece.
Yeah, stream's gone. Stream.
This is
healthy. What? What's your prop?
the webcam.
Webcam's in the shot. See, amateur hour over here.
I got it out of the shot. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Did you fix Premiere?
Yeah, I got it transferred. Fucking, such a pain in the ass.
Did you fix a rendering issue?
We'll see.
Oh, we'll see. Oh, we'll see now.
Well, the only issue is the time. So, go really check that if I fucking render out a 3-hour video.
Right.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
So we're gonna start at the top of the hour.
Yeah, we'll start at the top of the hour. Just let you know. How many people we got in here?
13.
13? No.
Chilling out.
Chilled out. Anyone in the chat? Shout out to the chat.
Heavy Silvers.
Shout out to the chat. Shout out to Silvers.
Silvers 500 subs, Christian. What do you think?
500 subs.
Yeah.
It's catching up. It's going fast. He's
Putting out regular content.
He's joined the big time.
That's it. Fucking anime episode next week. This week. Tomorrow.
Yeah, what, Sunday? What's even happening? Are we like fighting? Yeah, it's Law versus Hawkins.
Yeah, it should be alright.
Let's just hope we get extra sauce on both characters. All that kind of stuff.
Sure.
Now, I did shave my beard. Now, the electric razor situation is not good.
Listen up, people.
It's not good.
I leave the house and take my equipment, and then they have nothing. And then
you broke the first one, and now I have to use the shitty one.
Yeah, well, I broke the first one and then bought it again.
Yeah, well, and then you took it, so you didn't really do anything, did you?
So it's been a month, and you two goons still haven't figured it out.
I have to go down to JB, get a new one. It's an issue.
Harvey Norman, $20. You just get it done, Chris. Just get things done.
I'm working with a basically electric toothbrush, fucking beard trimmer.
You gotta figure it out.
Right? Not that many options on it. But there you go. We're gonna start at 1 minute. We'll do a normal intro.
Get to see how the sausage is made. What?
Gonna see all that kind of shit. Yeah. Fucking live stream.
We're here once again for the people.
For the people. Some say we could do a, arc recap. But, no, don't want her.
This stream is so far behind.
It's like 30
Good minute.
seconds.
It's a good minute behind.
Good minute.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
interesting.
Is it because of the yellow health?
Nah, it's just delayed. It's green. I don't know.
All right. Well, 8 o'clock. You want to start?
Doesn't really matter if it's delayed. Yeah, we'll start. 94, yes.
Yes. Let me just pull the doc. I need the questions. Yeah, go for it. Wait, beginning shot. Alright. Well, I should also do a local record, right?
Yes. Is it locally recording?
Alright. It is now. Got it? Alright, we're on.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 94 of the Red Force podcast. My name's Eric Talato. Joining me today, Christian Talato.
Hello.
Look at this.
Live. Let's hope the stream health's good. Let's hope the episode's good. You know, all that kind of stuff.
We're live streaming for the people.
Stream.
There's no chapter this week, which is depressing.
Now, Eric, if you move erratically and fast, your camera
Yeah.
breaks, your sound breaks.
Camera and sound breaks.
So don't do that. Don't,
Okay.
get too animated. Otherwise,
We're working
Hangouts
on
can't
low-
handle it.
We're looking
So,
on low bit right here. I'm
yeah.
going to say nice and still. Now, Christian.
Yeah.
Mr. Morsh.
Sure.
O'Hara last week.
Yep.
Why are you so negative? Why are you credulous? Why do you know nothing about One Piece?
You know, when you criticize anything, people are going to say, give it time. What do you know?
Now,
All that kind of stuff.
in a Batman situation, are you going to be turn into what do you hate? You're going to turn into Drizzts eventually.
I don't. Is that what is that? You're the hero for so long, you become the villain.
Something like that.
It's just single chapters that annoy me.
Sure.
I can't help but be annoyed sometimes when you think you're getting one thing, but you get another thing.
It's like, why do we need to add another plot point here? Let's just start the war.
Apparently, some people don't understand why.
We've already failed like 16 times to get to this point.
Apparently, I said that 1,000 times and no one understood that. So,
Sure.
You have to repeat yourself a few times.
We apologize for the audio issues last week.
Somewhat fixed this week. Discord audio terrible. Eric upgraded his mic. New technology acquired. All right.
Shout out to the Patreon people. We got a few in the chat here.
Shout out. All right.
Shout outs to Silvers. Go subscribe to his channel. And while you're here, go subscribe to us.
Sure. Yeah. Also, while you're here, go to Webtoons.
No, do that after the show.
No, go to Webtoons. You can multi-tap, all right? Go to Webtoons. Hit that fucking subscribe button. Hit that rate it, subscribe, give us views.
Push is trying very hard.
I'm trying very hard here, all right? We're doing deals.
Now,
we're trying to get the Cabal's attention. All kinds of things.
Silvers brings up a good point. 6 episodes until episode 100.
That's true.
There will be a guest on episode 98. Who will it be? Suggestions in the comment section.
People I'm stumping for, right? I put Eric on the task. I'm trying to get best guy ever. I think his positive attitude and his category love will be tremendous.
Yeah. Do you want the podcast crew or you just want best guy ever?
Oh, well, we can get both guys. Both guys are nice. Hypocrite, is that the other guy? Yeah. The podcast.
Joining community.
The English podcast is like about 1,000 podcasts in different languages. But the English one with best guy ever, known for his YouTube channel, pretty big guy. Does anime stuff.
Now, Christian, episode 100, there's a lot of people involved, a lot of hands moving, a lot of hands getting greased.
Okay, all right.
Things are happening.
Backroom deals are happening apparently.
Backdoor deals. People would notice something about that.
All right.
So yeah, Look forward to it. Will it be a shit show? Perhaps,
Okay.
but we love it.
All right.
Some say better than the Reverie.
Let's run down this episode for the people. We got first part of the episode. We got the call-in show. We got some topics. We got some people coming into the stream. You got 5 minutes now. Eric's gonna be running the timer. All right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, tell me when 5 minutes is up. 5 minutes is up. That's it.
Christian's just sweating over there with all the panels. And,
I got a lot of things open. All right. I'm not trying to break anything.
Will you admit that the third monitor would indeed help this situation?
It wouldn't, because it would be still over in the corner, so it wouldn't really do anything.
It'd be right next to you, Christian, in front of you.
I got a screen right in front of me anyway.
All right.
So the third monitor wouldn't really help. Anyway, we're gonna have Sugar Shakes, of course. We have topic of the show, where we want Wano to end in 2019. We got 10 chapters left, baby. What's gonna happen? Where do we want it to end? What do we want to happen in 10 chapters to finish off 2019? We got a few questions, and the pale scale. You know, we got it all. So there you go. Eric typing very loudly.
Sorry, boys.
Shaking the camera with his aggressive typing.
Well, this desk situation isn't the best.
All right. So there we go. I think we're about ready to start the call-in segment.
Sure.
First person on the docket, we got Dart. You know, he wants to talk about the good and positives about the post-time skip.
Okay. Well, Christian, we're a little bit of a delay here, so we'll let it catch up.
Okay.
And drag him in. We don't want to drag him in erratically. He might be saying something explicit.
That's true. All right. Is he in the waiting room? Is he in the general?
He is in the waiting room. All right, I'll drag him up.
All right.
Dart, you coming in? Dart, you're on the show. Welcome.
Hello, Dart. Now, if he's talking,
hello.
Okay, yeah, there we go.
He's here.
All right, he's here.
Hello.
Your topic, the good.
Yes, sir, an hour early.
An hour early?
No. Yeah.
No. We're on time.
We're on time.
Maybe daylight savings for other parts of the world.
Yeah.
But
I think they stop being in the future.
Yeah, daylight savings hurts everyone. All right.
No, you got 5 minutes, Dart. So you should probably use them.
All right. Good slash positives about the post time skip. What do you want to say? Where do you want to start?
You know, I think about this a lot, right?
Yeah.
Because there are people out there that just say that the series has just gotten worse and worse throughout the post time skip, and I'm just like, we're clearly not reading the same thing.
Okay.
Because like, I don't know, there's like lots of good stuff. Like I'm a, you know, besides the obvious like katakuri and the bounties that we just got.
Sure.
Those are the obvious stuff. Like one of the things like Fishman Island it's personally my least favorite of the post time skip.
Yeah.
But I think it's still real good because we had the Orihime flashback, which Orihime is an amazing character.
Sure.
Fisher Tiger is real cool. We got more stuff about the celestial dragon there. And one of the big impacts about the Reverie was with that one celestial dragon.
Doflamingo.
From Orihime's flashback.
Yeah.
That's what made that moment. Yeah, Mohan.
Yeah.
That's what made that moment more impactful because of that flashback, because of what happened in Fishman.
I think the post time skip is more of a saga than an individual episodic situation that we had in East Blow and Grand Line.
Well,
but and also like that, you can just split them up, but you also like when you split them up, you have a full saga of start to end with the Marineford finishing it off.
Mm-hmm.
So
and like we have the saga. We're literally like, I don't know if there's gonna be more stuff after Wano, but like we're nearing the end of the saga because you have the stuff starting from Punk Hazard.
Yeah.
Like when Luffy and Law made the alliance, like it literally all starts from there, and we're here at the end of that plan.
You got great moments. You got great character stuff. You got Mingo. You got Katakuri. You got Zoro. You got Gear 4. You got fucking all the flashbacks.
Sure.
You got Snake Man. And the arcs are good. Like Dressrosa has issues, but it's a fine arc.
Now,
and I think
I like
I think the biggest issue is people catch up in the post time skip and hit week to week.
The biggest issue with post time skip is the insane cast. So many characters, the arcs explode with topics and people talking and
Sure.
different themes and all that kind of stuff.
Mm.
So it became more about the side characters than the Straw Hats, you could say, in the post time skip.
Yeah, it's more. It's more towards like worldly like problems, so like Straw Hat problems.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Well, the scope of the story is growing, but I think you're out of time, Dart.
Thanks for the question, Dart.
About 5 minutes already?
Yeah, boy.
5 minutes,
Almost 5
boy.
minutes.
5 minutes, boy.
One Piece is good.
All
And the
right.
post time skip is pretty good as well.
All right. We'll catch you on the next one, Dart. Thanks for coming by. I think you got a few questions in the question corner, so we'll hear from you again.
All right, don't miss them.
All right, man.
All right. Interesting question from the people, Christian. The people hitting back
Yeah.
with
Well, here's the thing, right? The narrative always changes.
Yeah.
A year ago, Just Rosa was the worst arc on the planet, and now it's a great arc.
Okay.
So we'll find out about the post time skip in a few years. What people actually think, where it settles, because the pre time skips had a lot of time to digest. We got 20 years of over 20 years of One Piece.
We got all the clips.
All the clips, all the memories. People don't necessarily remember, Tyrannosaurus from Water 7.
Sure.
Little mouse guy. They don't necessarily remember all the details from, Thrill the Bark and, Cinderace and, Hogback and Absalon. They don't remember that. They remember the pace of Skypiea and how, it's pretty aimless until the end. They don't remember that kind of stuff.
David in the chat says the depth of character is lacking in post time skip.
It's more like it just doesn't get the screen time. It's all. See, here's the problem with that kind of statement. The development's already happened in the story. Pre and post time skip are the same story. I don't understand this meme. Like, you can't just disregard the characters in the post time skip because they're the same characters in the pre time skip. They're not different stories. They're not different characters. They're the same people.
Sure, everyone like Zoro already had those moments. Doesn't necessarily have to have them again. And I would argue the only thing really missing from the post time skip is those tiny half a chapter crew moments on the ship.
Character interactions. Yeah.
That's basically it. And they're very far and few between, but they're very nice. Now, Brago in the chat saying something explicit.
What's he saying?
He's saying, is Eric now the guest of the podcast permanently? Brago, you got to get with the program, all right?
Brago joining the revolution, all right? Joining the revolution of our time.
Christian making mistakes. Christian slipping.
I'm running this pretty well, all right?
I mean, it was an effort trying to get it to run.
It's always an effort, but, I got this running pretty well. Anyway, next topic from Ebihime, the ultimate waifu. She returns. Will she be nervous this time or cold? She said she was cold.
Will she be all cute and nervous? We'll see.
All right. From her topic, Neko is the traitor. That's a great. I don't know about that, but we'll pull her in. We'll pull her in and see what she thinks.
Hebby, you're up. Hime, you're on the show. Welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Hi.
Hi. All right. Your topic: Neko is the traitor. Do you want to run us through this because it's pretty hard to believe?
Well, yeah, I thought Neko had shown up in like 920, but clearly he didn't.
920 specifically?
Well, yeah, because I thought it was him talking to Zoro.
Let me see.
That was Kawamatsu, right?
But it was the dog storm.
Oh, now, let me ask you a specific question, right? You think Oda would make it a big deal if Neko and Mushi turned up?
I think so, because cats and dogs fight, don't they?
Yeah. So, what would Neko's
and
reason?
And it does make sense.
All right. What would Neko's reason be to be the traitor? What would his reason? What was the reason be?
I don't know yet.
Because
it just makes sense that cats and dogs fight. And
is that the only evidence you have?
No, I thought it was until I reread it that it was that he had up in Wano, but obviously now rereading Wano,
They have it.
I feel like he's the traitor. Yeah.
Okay,
Alright,
so I will
so-
remind you about Zoro and the fact that he would not give up Raizo and almost died for the Kazuki clan.
Cats are two things.
Put his differences aside with Dogstorm for the Kazuki clan.
Retainer of Odin.
Return of Odin.
One of the 9
Yeah,
scabbards.
but you can, yeah, but you can be two-faced.
It'd be
You
one
can
howl.
have one face in public and one face in private.
It'd be one howl of a heel turn if Nekomamushi was indeed the traitor. How would he have gotten the information? Because apparently no one could get into contact with him. All these kinds of questions.
Who's in cahoots with him?
Is a carrot. Is
Is
carrot
Carrot.
also
Carrot
is a
in
traitor?
cahoots with a traitor.
That would be interesting because we also really haven't seen much of Carrot.
Okay, so here's the problem. We talked about the traitor a lot on the show, and it's the traitor's around. We know that the traitor exists, quote unquote. Still could possibly be wiretapping, but we don't. Is that necessarily satisfying? Well, not really. But the traitor,
No, it's not.
is it one of the scabbards? It's very unlikely. Is it Shinobu? More likely.
Is it Beppo?
Is it Beppo? I doubt it's Law's crew.
I think it's Beppo because it needs to be me.
Yeah, Beppo's a
Well,
mink.
Yeah, Beppo kind of works.
Um,
Bep-
No, because he hasn't been on Zoe for like most of his life,
But
so
the-
it doesn't make sense.
they have animal instincts.
Neko has.
How did I don't know? How do you get back to Zoe? I don't think Pedro and shit had a Viva card to get back.
They just
Maybe
know where it
he
is,
Knew Sinisha's location.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
Beppo would know.
Maybe he has a voice. And maybe he
Bep-
has a tracker voice. We don't know. Uriah has
Maybe
not crossed
Beppo is
Neko.
salty about the Straw Hats and Pedro's death
And Dressrosa incident.
Maybe.
and his connection with Zeppo. Who knows?
Big,
Or maybe something, happened when Odin died that made him change.
yeah.
How old Beppo?
Beppo
Beppo.
is the
No,
same age as Law, isn't he? Because of the Law novel.
Yeah, he'd be 24.
Well,
Timeline issues. Here's the problem. Like, if Neko is the traitor, we need a lot of explanation. We need a lot of motivation.
Cats get salty when they were in his
It can't.
Can
That can't be enough, though. Heavy.
Can
That
it-
can't be
can it-
enough.
Can it just be Denjiro?
It could
can
be
it-
just Kirishiro.
Kirishiro? Could be.
It
Could be.
Now,
but that doesn't
If
make
it's
sense.
if it's
Couldn't
Hiyori,
satisfy
if it's
you.
Hiyori, I'm gonna be mad because we already did this Oda.
We already did.
Last
Why do all the women have to be evil? Oda? What's going on there?
Yeah, maybe Oda's having troubles with his wife.
I don't know.
Putting his life into.
Seriously, you're blaming the wife.
I don't know. I don't
Anyway,
know.
Hebby, your time's up. We appreciate you on the show.
All right.
Answer my fucking questions and get them right.
All right. We'll get your questions right, all right? Eric didn't put him in last week because he's an idiot.
She's upset. She's bringing up interesting topics. Let's just
Now,
say
Nekomamushi being the traitor, highly unlikely.
I'm gonna say 99% unlikely, Christian.
We had Zoe to counter that.
Yeah.
So I don't know about that, but interesting nonetheless. Now,
Mm.
is Rick Dalton around in the chat, in the Discord?
Rick Dalton is in the Discord.
All right, Rick Dalton. We're pulling
What's-
him in. His
topic?
topic: Owen versus Rayleigh.
in
Now,
a power thing.
I don't know. That's all we got. Owen versus the Dark King, apparently.
Rick Dalton. Calling Rick Dalton. Are you around? No. Rick Dalton. Calling Rick Dalton. All right.
Is Zarkon around?
He's trying to join the call. Come on. Amateur hour over here.
Just join the Discord. Pull him in.
He's in the Discord, but he's calling me. Rick, if you're in the Discord, go back into the waiting room and I'll drag you up. We'll just hang out a little bit.
All right, we can just we're Discord issues. People don't necessarily understand how Discord works.
Yes.
It's a labyrinth of
Buttons.
diffusion and rooms. all that
Sure.
kind of stuff. Is the waiting room full? That could be the issue.
I don't think there's no cap on the waiting.
No cap. Okay.
No.
So waiting for Rick Dalton to get in the chat. Rick Dalton, I think, is a reference to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Sure. Good character.
Rick Dalton.
Good movie.
Good movie. Great movie.
Not great. a good
Eric
movie.
Eric doesn't think it's great, but Eric doesn't think a lot of things is great.
See, the more I sit on it, Christian,
Yeah. The more you
I-
enjoy it, yes.
the more I pull moments out, like the last 10 minutes.
What about, the Bruce Lee moment? That's a great moment. What about the great acting? That's a moment.
Leo, well, apparently it's gonna get done by
Done by what?
Joaquin Phoenix, Christian.
Well, the Joker performance. But, controversy around that movie. Will they give that an
Will they
award?
give it to a incel movie?
Ah, well, I don't want to bring that kind of politics into the show.
Is that politics saying?
I don't know. Is it politics? I don't know. All right, but
How do we join the Discord? Jordan Lee. Jordan Lee, there's a link in the description. You click that link, you join the Discord.
now, do you want to move on to Lord Zarkon? Then we'll wait till Rick figures out his problems. We'll go back.
Drag Rick in. There we go.
Rick.
Rick, you're on the show. Please. No mic.
Oh, jeez, I'm gonna double talk, Eric, real bad.
How? Why?
As soon as
Turn
you
on.
as soon as you drag Rick in, real bad echo.
Okay, we'll come back to Rick.
You got extreme echo somehow. I think you unmuted yourself somehow. What's going on here?
Did you turn on the YouTube video on the live stream?
No, as soon as you dragged Rick in, we're getting massive echo.
Well, echoing who? Me?
You, yeah.
Myself.
No, that's better. Somehow it's fixed.
Alright. Maybe it's just your retarded mind.
I didn't touch anything.
Alright.
Discord stuffing up.
Next person, Christian.
Lord
Lord
Zarkon coming in.
Zarkon.
What will be the effects of Kaido going down in the arc? The worldwide effects. Very interesting.
Lord Zarkon, you're coming in. Now you have echo, so you might want to turn the stream off.
Yep, I've just done it.
Beautiful.
Is it good?
Welcome to the show, friend.
Whoa.
Right, how are you doing?
I'm getting massive echo from Eric. Somehow. Lord Zarkon, do you have your headphones close to your mic?
Yeah. It should be good.
I can hear him. Fine.
Test.
I can hear you, Eric. Real bad echo.
Well, it's like double speak on me.
Yeah, it's double speak on you, man.
Why?
It's your end, man. I don't know. Zarkon's fine. I got you
about
muted. Now it's good. Now it's good.
Into my 5 minutes.
All right, Zarkon, start your 5 minutes. Is that better, Christian?
Yeah, that's fixed. I don't know what you're doing.
Let's go.
Zarkon.
You unmute. So I think.
Yes. I can't hear Eric, but I can hear you.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Okay, we got an issue. How'd you fix it? What happened before?
You unmute me on your computer on Discord, Christian.
You are muted. Maybe it unmuted or some like it says you muted.
I'm cursed.
This is it. This is where it falls over.
Alright, I put your user volume to 0. You're definitely muted.
Is it still the same?
Alright, now you're fixed.
Oh my god.
Fucking Discord, man. What's going on? Alright.
Listen, alright, you gotta figure it out.
It was working before. Apparently Discord had a fucking meltdown, so Zarkon's here. Start his 5 minutes.
Oh, what's
Alright.
up?
Where the aftermath of Kaido, I am of the opinion that the end of Wano will be massive.
Yes.
Massive repercussions, because Yonko will be going down for the first time in a long time.
That's true.
Yes.
So, to start with, Marines, their response will obviously be higher bounty, more pressure on the Straw Hat
Sweaty.
fleet.
It's definitely sweaty. What kind of bounty we talking? 3 bill?
I reckon round Blackbeards, maybe a little less.
Nah. It has to be way higher. This is a massive event. All right. Emperor's
think?
don't.
But the rivalry, Eric. But Eric, the
But
rivalry.
he's also new.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
So, do you think it'll be above Blackbeards but lower than the rest of the Yonko?
Answer me this, Zarkon. When has anyone ever taken an emperor?
Blackbeard in Marineford.
Never.
Was that Blackbeard?
Yeah.
Was it?
The
Because I
Marineford.
remember
Well,
Blackbeard.
he finished off.
Yeah, so Blackbeard
I
got the
don't know if
W.
the last hit counts.
Now, clearly,
Maybe.
clearly, this is going to be reported as Luffy single-handedly took out Kaido.
Well, my theory is Buggy's gonna take him out and become an emperor because of memes.
Oh my, too early for that.
No, it's not. When else is it ever gonna go down for Buggy?
Well, apart from the Marines' response, I reckon the warlords are on the loose now.
That's
There
true.
might be a chance Buggy, Boa maybe try and join up with the Straw Hats for protection
Yep.
Yeah.
if he cements himself. Maybe Marco.
Mm.
Yeah.
The Minks and Samurai might join the fleet.
So
They
is
might
is
be a ship
Luffy?
there.
So you're saying Luffy's an emperor after Wano? Confirmed.
Yes, if you take down another Yonko, it's regardless. I think obviously he'll have help, but
Sure.
obviously the news will be embellished.
Talk
by,
to me about Kid. Talk to me about Law. Where
I
are
reckon
they?
there'll be. I reckon Kid will be upset because I think he'll be embellished again. Obviously in the news,
So
Yeah.
do they
like,
get a build?
like they did with Page.
Sure.
Do they
So
get
it
a
seemed like
building?
Kid had a smaller role or like helped Luffy.
Yeah.
Because we all know Luffy is gonna have to get the last hit.
100%. Sure.
Does Law and Kid get 1.5 bill? Do they get a bill?
I reckon everyone that took part will get a raise.
Zoro over a bill?
Zolo getting the sauce.
What's he at right now? I can't remember.
Is that 320?
320, 330, something.
Maybe just under.
Doesn't
or
it always
at.
double? Doesn't it always double? So we go 640?
Yeah.
Should double.
I mean, depends what
Do
he
you
does.
reckon people will find out that he's one away? You know, the Pirate King run. He's got one left.
I mean, I don't know how that information gets to the world government and while they.
CP0,
Promote that.
maybe they listen in.
Yeah.
All right, Zarkon, your 5 minutes is up. We appreciate your time.
Damn.
Jeez. Quick.
Thank you.
Thanks, Lord Zarkon. Great
No problem.
topic. Maybe we'll talk. Maybe we'll bring it back at the end if you want to talk about it more. If we got more time.
Now, Christian, that is a massive point, and people aren't rating it as much of a big point as it is.
What?
Emperors don't get taken out in One Piece. This is going to be huge for Luffy.
Oh, it's big news, no doubt. No doubt, it's big news.
Are people going to recognize Luffy as an emperor yet?
The power scale people won't.
Shout outs to King of Lightning. Shout outs to
I mean,
Braga.
depends how Luffy defeats Kaido. People are gonna say he's still not first commander level, even though he takes taking out Kaido.
Sure.
There's still people out there who think Luffy isn't even commander level. There's a lot of people out there, but think a whole range of different things.
That say things.
Sure,
Okay.
but we don't really like the territory thing about Whitebeard that we got before Marineford was huge. Not necessarily the same thing about Kaido. We don't necessarily know how big his territory is, how much influence he has. All we really know about is Wano. So him going defeated will affect Wano the most, I think.
Sure.
We don't really know about his outside territories and who sweeps that up. Is it Blackbeard? Is it Shanks?
Okay.
So there you go. Now, has Rick fixed his mic issues? We fixed our mic issues. Discord broke for a second. We fixed that.
I don't have the Discord anymore, Christian. So I think
Well,
we'll next call.
I think Rick's still trying to figure it out. Majin. Lower Moria on the power scale. He does not like Moria. He wants him lowered.
I feel like this man's gonna be loud, so brace yourself. He is muted and deafened. So
Maybe send him
we'll
a message.
wait for a delay, Christian.
Wait for
See.
delay. He's being called up now. I get it. You don't like Moria. He's lazy. He's weak, but he has the sauce. Fort Kaido.
Now, of course, Luffy's
The
gonna get help
shadows.
to defeat Kaido. Christian, we're talking
Sure.
Hawkins, Law, Kid.
Moria
All right.
come reappearing in the arc. What do you reckon? I mean, he did just casually take.
I mean, Luffy needs someone to take out Big Mom and Kaido at the same time. So someone has
Moria.
to turn up.
Okay. Is that Eric's hot take? Moria's taking out Big Mom.
No, that's your hot take.
What? Why is that my hot take?
Because I haven't even talked about Moria. All you talk about is Moria.
Moria's come back, and we're getting Nightmare Gear 4 Luffy, and it's going to be insane.
Margin, you ready? Margin joins the show.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
About your favorite Gecko Moria.
I'm here to tell you why Gecko Moria does not deserve
Low high. Okay, give us the rundown.
First of all, the feats that you put on Gecko Moria when I rewatched your episode is
Yeah.
a blasphemy.
Okay.
Gecko Moria never fought Nightmare Luffy. He never did. He
Well,
only
he was in
fought
the body.
a
He
gear second, gear third Luffy. Is a gear second, gear third Luffy
Now.
stronger than a pacifista?
Now.
No, he is not.
Now, margin. I will remind you of the Storm Gatling into Oz Jr.
Yes.
I think
Moria
That's only one hit.
panels
That
of
does
Moria
not
get
count.
panels of Moria getting hit by Nightman Luffy. It's on
Yes,
panel,
But
That's
most of the
fact.
damage
That's
was the
facts.
oars. Most of the damage with the oars, not Moria.
but Moria did
Didn't-
cop the damage. Now,
Did we mention that in the show?
yes, we did. Now, there is some shadow shenanigans you can talk about. Of does Moria take? He doesn't take damage from his shadows. Does he fuse his stuff with his own shadow? Does he take damage? We don't necessarily know.
Sure.
He was copping those nightmare punches. That's a fact.
Okay,
That's a fact.
does a person who's a tier below Jinbei
Yeah.
get one shot by that person? No, Jinbei would. So you're saying that if Gecko Moria is in low high, does that mean Jinbei's one shotting Virgo?
People talk about salt water. The salt fucked him up.
Oh,
People
okay.
people talk
Okay,
about
but I'll
how
even give you how much like we just look every time we see Moria, he's not in the low high tier. Do you see Smoker beating current? Do you see Moria beating current Smoker?
that's gonna be
Who
hard
is in
for
high mid?
It's gonna be hard for Moria because Logia. Do we know? Does he have Haki at this point? We don't know. Now,
The shadows hurt
Can
Haki.
now, Margin, will you acknowledge that if he's fighting in the daytime and he takes your shadow, you get one shot?
Yes.
Is that fact?
That is yes. That is
That is fact. So we have to factor that in. It has to be factored in.
Well, do you think he's gonna get Smoker's shadow?
It's
In that
possible.
fight?
If Smoker
not.
turns into smoke,
Smoker has observation hockey. He's not gonna get
But
caught by
Margin,
Moria.
Margin, you catch his shadow. Is Smoker taking note of his shadow at all times? You can't necessarily say
barely
that.
even tangible. He's barely tangible at the time. How are you
Yeah,
gonna touch his shadow?
Smoke still generates a shadow. So, it's a bit of an issue for
Okay.
Smoker. Bit of an issue.
Okay, we're gonna go to another person.
Okay.
We're gonna see in the same tier and see whether or not can he actually fight people like do you think Moria can actively beat a pacifista?
Yes.
Yes.
Easy.
How?
Pacifista, I will remind you, is a cyborg living organism weapon. So,
I do not.
you can
people are not
take his
gonna go
shadow
with
and he
champion.
dies. So, there you go.
Okay. So you believe he's at least pacifista level? I think reasonably Moria should be dropped at least one tier to high mid.
See,
Reasonably,
I would agree with you,
I feel
but
like
you're not including the X Factor points. The one-shot capability, the fact...
the one
Look.
is the one shot capable. Okay, in
What about-
scenarios, but like
what about-
facing people like the other people inside the tier, they're gonna be far more cautious, especially if they heard of Moria.
But Margin, I will remind you of the one sequence where Robin spawns arms on Moria. Moria instantly transforms himself with his shadow and nullifies the damage completely. Is that not
Yes.
impressive? Is that not an
That
X
is
factor?
impressive, but do you think?
that not an X
do you
factor?
think Robin? Do you think Thriller Bark Robin is as strong? It could be actually be as strong as any of the
Now,
people in high.
But Margin, it's a point blank surprise attack. Point blank surprise attack.
A surprise attack. Oh, do you honestly think that anyone else in that high mid tier is gonna get that surprise attack? Do you think Anel's gonna get caught like that?
I mean, Logia, things like that. We don't know. I mean,
Do you
Anel,
think Pika's gonna
Anel.
get caught like that? Do you think Pika's getting caught like
Yes,
that?
Pika
I think
will-
Peak is getting caught like that. I really do think Peak is getting caught like that.
Pika's absolute trash.
All right. I think Moria beats Pika. If Moria goes Asgard, I think he beats Pika.
Okay, I think he's Pika level.
All
But
right.
That's
he,
reasonable.
but
That's
Margin.
high mid still. That's
Margin,
still
he
reasonable.
killed Oz Jr. with the Gecko Spear, which he never used in Thriller
That
Bark.
was. the gecko spear. Okay, that one move that one
That
move
he
you're gonna
has.
say that
He
that
has
says
the
origin.
potential. If he uses the black box on someone who isn't Luffy, they get one shot. Luffy's
Alright.
made of rubber.
Who
Unfair.
else in the high mid tier is not who in the high mid tier is getting one shot but the black box?
Margin, your time is up.
Unfortunate. Did not get rescaled. You did not counter the X Factor. You got to counter the X Factor, the one-shot capabilities.
We appreciate your call.
We appreciate the call. Power scales. Power scale
I
is
will
very
come
hard to
back.
do.
I will come back with more
He'll be
evidence
back.
to prove
Okay, he'll be
this.
back. He'll be back.
We appreciate people calling in to discuss power levels, Christian.
It's very hard to move characters. Now, you didn't anticipate the X Factor. That's why he's that high in that tier. He can technically one-shot in the daytime. That's crazy. You can one-shot anyone in the daytime, according to the Shadow Law. Now, have you ever seen that happen? Only in, like, weird off-panel flashback situations.
Zombies melt.
That's true, but, like, have you seen it on a strong person? Does it take longer on strong people? Did your will affect the decay rate? All that kind of stuff. Shadows...
Can you just withstand it if you're strong enough?
Exactly. Shadow is very weird, very strange. Now,
Does Haki reflect sunlight, Christian? What's going on? It's black.
I mean, it is reflective. It's shiny at some points, you know. It's weird. Is that an effect? We don't know. Now, is Crusopp, is Aberjack, is Rick Dalton around? Last three on the call sheet.
Yeah,
Crusopp, bring him in. Why do people assume things are canon?
I love it.
All right. Let's see if he's ready. Let's see if he's ready to be on the show.
Cruise shop, are you prepared? I'm prepared. Yeah, let's go. All right. Cruise shop, welcome to the show.
Hey guys, thanks for having me on.
No worries, man.
Yeah, so today I just kind of wanted to talk about something I've noticed recently where basically when I got into like watching a bunch of One Piece YouTube videos like 3 years ago or so, there was like a bunch of like crazy theories going on, and now there's just a bunch of like common headcanons that everybody seems to like just believe in automatically, like, you know, Blackbeard getting Kaido's
Yes.
devil fruit,
Yes.
Blackbeard killing Shanks, and the one I hate the most, which is blowing up the red line to make the all blue.
Oh, yes,
Yep.
of course. Classic headcanon theories. Now, Crusopp, are you indeed Eric as an alias? This is exactly what Eric thinks. Exactly what Eric is upset about.
No, I'm upset about it too. That's why I was actually kind of hoping to talk about this stuff on a neck-to-neck with Drizzts someday. But
Yo,
I think that since you guys seem to, you know, think alike with me, it's a good idea to talk about it on the
Fuck.
show. So
fuck off if you assume Blackbeard's going to get a third devil fruit because of his crew. Because of his flag, all right? Because of how many fucking teeth he has or whatever.
You see,
all right?
if you repeat a thing enough and
Yeah.
and like well enough, people are just gonna believe it. So like the theory that Kaido had the immortality surgery, still inactive, still a massive headcanon, even though we have evidence, even though we have evidence that it's the dragon scales, people still saying it's the immortality fruit.
That I called long ago. Now,
yeah,
Crusoe, this is the problem, right? YouTubers out there peddle it, all right? And then people are like, oh, that makes kind of sense, and then don't think about it. We're here to think about the story, all right? People like Drizzts just assume cliches are going to happen.
He's calling him out. He's calling him out live.
Just assume things are going to happen because cliche. Shanks must die via the villain because cliche, all right? This story, all right, very different. Oda's a mastermind, all right? All right? Don't assume things are going to happen just because they're cliche. Now, I will say, big W for the boys out. Big W for us, Crusoe, when Jozu indeed wasn't dead, and indeed,
yeah, dude.
Shiryu did not get the diamond fruit. Big W for us.
But
right?
you did not anticipate the counter hit of the people saying, "What if he gets 2 devil fruits and he also has a diamond fruit?" You did not counter that.
Oh man.
You did not
Yeah,
counter that.
but I just want to say like why I hate the red line blowing up so much.
Okay.
Well, especially just to create the all blue, because essentially that means that Sanji and Zeph's dream was just a bunch of bullshit, and like the Straw Hats basically have to commit an act of eco-terrorism to fucking make that
Now,
dream come true.
Crusoe, what is your thoughts on mermaids being the all blue?
For Sanji.
Mermaids being the I've never even heard that
I mean,
one.
Sanji did say he did find the all blue when he went to Fisherman Island.
Yeah.
But is that a meme
I
or
don't
is that real?
that can't be it. Yo, there's got to be something else.
all right.
But I
Yeah.
guess if I just wanted to ask you guys one more thing, it would be
Sure.
like, why do you think the community has shifted from like, you know, having a bunch of like theories coming out to just doing like live reactions all the time? Because
Because
I've noticed this.
Yeah.
All right. A couple of theories were big a couple of years ago. They died.
It's
alright?
because everything's been talked about at this point. We're out of ideas. The well's dried up. Theories are on the decline.
What's back in fashion, though, Christian,
What's
is
that?
the discussion, in-depth analysis of a specific character.
Yes, the character analysis is back. See, it goes in waves. We'll eventually be back at the theory point. We've still got theorists around. They don't necessarily make theories anymore.
There's JB. There's a few.
There's a few theorists around.
Shout out to Frank.
Here's the thing. Like we've basically talked about everything, right? It is a theory about anything you want to talk about because the series been going on for so long.
And you have to get crazy and crazier to stand out.
Exactly. You
I
gotta.
mean,
Yeah.
I've got a crazy theory. If you guys want to hear it.
Sure.
Sure.
So my crazy theory is that Blackbeard is actually Usopp's dad.
Oh.
And I made a video about this like 18 months ago or so. But
what's the main point? What's the main piece of evidence? Is it the nose? Is it the hair?
I mean, they look very similar, but I think it's also in their actions. You know, like they both betrayed their crews. They're both like, you know, kind of cowardly at times, even though they aspire for bravery.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I mean, I have my thoughts in that video, you know, pretty much. But
Shout outs. What's your channel called so people can view the channel?
it's Crusopp, so
Crusopp.
it's just Crusopp.
Go check out Crusoe. We appreciate.
I assume he's a Usopp fanboy, so.
I mean, he's not my favorite character, but I do like his fight with Luffy. That's like one of my favorite
Okay,
scenes
that's
in the
fine.
whole series. So,
All right. Shout out to Crusoe. We appreciate your time coming on the show.
thanks, Eric and Christian. I appreciate you guys having me.
Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
Sneaky channel shout out there, Christian.
Oh, you asked for it.
And I gave it to him.
You gave
alright?
you gave him.
He kept on dropping hints, and then I gave it to him.
All right, there you go. There you go. All right. Is Rick around? Is Abberjack around?
Abberjack is in the chat. But Christian, let's stick on this topic for a little bit.
Eric's favorite thing to discuss.
My favorite thing.
Eric's favorite thing to discuss.
The people copped the biggest L when Josu did not have the Dharma fruit. Alright?
Okay. Yep. Sure.
Alright,
Now,
so
now, did you cop the biggest owl? Indeed, when the time fruit did exist.
that wasn't a long-standing headcanon, Christian. That was
A month long
I
standing.
don't understand why people don't get why Mihawk must fight Zoro for the title. It's
It's a promise. It's a promise.
It's the second most important promise behind Luffy talking to Shanks, giving that hat back.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
It must happen.
Yeah.
Blackbeard's not getting the third devil fruit. He's busted enough. All right?
Mhm.
I don't want to see some nonsense. All right?
Mhm.
The Gorosei are not strong. I keep on saying this. Christian, we thought we conquered them 2 years ago.
We didn't anticipate the Aimu Cabal.
It's the B.D.A. crew.
Oh, calling out the B.D.A. Discord.
B.D.A. law rising in power.
Okay.
He's pushing the Gorosei
Agenda.
message and agenda once more.
Okay.
Gorosei not strong. All
All
right?
right. What about the Aimu Cabal?
Aimu Cabal. Now, is that the SSG? Is Aimu rocks? Are we going to look foolish, Christian? We're
Well,
not.
if Aimu is rocks, I think it's good. But other than that,
Other than that, fuck off.
All
All
right.
right?
Now,
Yeah.
is Abberjack around? Is Rick sorted out his tech issues?
Rick's in the channel.
Rick's in the Discord.
Let
or
me
is-
let me go have a look. Silvers is hanging around as well.
Bring Silvers in for a bit.
Abu Jack or Rick Dalton, are you around? No response. I can see him there. Abu Jack, you ready? All right. Abu Jack, you're on the show. Welcome.
How's it going, guys?
Not bad, man. Now,
Yeah,
your topic. Genetics and the origins
I got
of
a
One
lot
Piece
to cover.
races. All right, let's go. You got
Go.
5 minutes.
All right, we're starting off with Morgan's, okay? So
Okay.
if you look at Morgan's, I'm going to argue that he is an extra race that we haven't been introduced to yet.
Now,
the
I'll
reptiles.
wait.
'cause that's-
First, I'll stop you
And I
there.
know what you're going to say.
It is
all right? I know about
confirmed.
the devil fruit.
It is confirmed that he
I know
does
what
have a
you're
bird
gonna
devil
say.
fruit. So, we
All
can
right.
get that.
Okay, so back to the Sabo thing. If it's gonna be a spoiler, then it shouldn't be valid. You shouldn't
Okay,
count it. So,
okay,
you
not
know,
valid.
If there was gonna be a bird race, why would Oda spoil it in that?
Okay, all right.
Why
Yeah,
would he answer
yeah.
that question?
Okay.
He picked it specifically to throw us off. That's the theory.
Okay, all right. There you go.
All
Conspiracy.
right, but if you look at Pell, when Pell goes hybrid, he has a pair of arms and a pair of wings. So he has, four limbs.
Yep.
And you look at Morgan's, only 2. He has these weird like bird arms and like these like feathery hands, but he has like human hands. So it honestly looks like a mink situation to me. So what do you guys think about it?
Well, if we're gonna disregard the evidence that we got, yeah, we were talking about the bird race when Morgan's was introduced.
We do see the headquarters. No other bird race can be seen.
You can make the argument that in the Buggy cover story there could be another bird race man because he looks kind of like Morgan's. He's got a hairstyle. He's got the same sort of body shape.
Now we all know Morgan's is S tier in power and strength,
Oh, of
as
course,
we saw a
of
couple
course.
of chapters ago.
But I think bird race is
Take out
possible.
CB0.
Yeah, CP.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
So I think bird race is possible, but we have contrary evidence. So it's on the table. All right.
Fair enough. All right. But then that brings me to, how these races, got created. So I was thinking that it was either devil fruit related, like there's a devil fruit that could, fuse 2 animals together, whatever, and make a mix.
Okay.
Or it had something to do with how like Zoan devil fruits it's almost like the world tree has like every animal's fucking DNA in it so that it can make Zoan fruits or something like that.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Sure.
I was thinking that maybe, there was it had something to do with the origin of humans and maybe there's, all the DNAs together, something like that. But,
Yeah.
But I was thinking about how the Shandians got to be normal humans because they descended, right, to the Blue Sea.
Yeah.
And then they changed. So I don't know if you guys know about whatever. There's a special type of gene where like you could grow an arm instead of like an eye. Like a fly that happens a lot in flies because they have like simple DNA. They'll grow
Yeah.
like a full working arm instead of an eyeball. So like something like an extra limb or like a long neck. It's very possible that could have just been like that could have just happened
Genetic
like normally
mutation,
instead of,
yeah.
Now,
and
is this
it doesn't have to
celestial
be-
dragons, alien race, DNA manipulation? What are we getting at?
I mean, yeah, I'm thinking that either there was that devil fruit or the same thing that made the devil fruit tree, manipulated humans to make all these fucking races, the bird race, and the theoretical bird race, and minks and fish. And all that.
Possible.
Now,
Possible.
you could have
Some
half
deep
fishmen.
headcanon.
Yeah, you can have half fishmen, so human and fishman genetics are compatible. So that
Makes no sense, but
kind of
yeah.
weird, but it's probably they're
Giant-
technically all humans.
Giant and normal people are compatible as well.
I mean, that's just a scale size, right?
Okay, that's a big issue.
All right, it's for some people, it's not.
Big Mom. Big Mom had normal humans, and then if you take 2 Big Moms and you put them together, you're gonna get a giant race. That's it. It's
Yeah,
over.
so their genetics are compatible, which is, I don't know, I'm not a biologist, but that means they have the same chromosomes,
Yeah.
right? Is that
Yeah. It
is
works.
that
It
scientifically
works.
correct? Yeah, right. So
Yeah.
they're similar. Is it? I don't know what the genetic response is. Maybe we can get
Perhaps
some
ancient
biology.
race, perhaps ancient weapon, but we appreciate your time,
Of course.
Abberjack.
Applejack, all right.
We
Thanks for
appreciate
interesting topic. Maybe we'll do the genetic research. We'll get you the DNA evidence. We'll get you the genetic chromosomal evidence. All that kind
Thank
of
you for
stuff.
stopping
I
by.
appreciate it.
All right.
I
Cheers.
appreciate it.
No
Have a
worries.
good one, guys.
Cheers. All right. Now, last one. Rick Dalton. Has he fixed these issues? Is he available?
All right, let's have a look.
Because if not, we'll Drake and Silvers. We'll have
Rick Dalton, calling Rick Dalton. Last call. Please respond. Mike busted. All right, Silvers, do you want to jump in? We could just have a chat.
Bring me in.
Silvers, you're on the show. Welcome to the show.
What's going on,
Silvers
boys? How are
is
you?
Silvers the kid to our Luffy, rising in power.
Ooh.
Is he our
Ooh.
rival? Is he our biggest rival? All right, he's finally getting recognition. Will
Now,
he? Will he come and take our bounty? Rise above it? I don't know.
Shouts out to Brago, Prototype Virgo, and everybody else who jumped into the stream that day. That was the day that my channel decided
To grow.
Oh dear.
Oh dear, the Silver's cut out.
Silver's cut out. Perhaps.
Did he get sniped by the red sniper, taking him out before his prime? Before his prime.
We do have high level snipers on the crew.
All right. Maybe we have to take him out because he has too much potential. All right. We can't let him grow. I think he's back. He's back. All right.
So what's been going on, man? It's been a while. We haven't talked really about Wano for a minute.
I wanted to ask you a single question. Are you satisfied with Kiku's armor? Did it satisfy the Silvers?
I was never disappointed with the samurai designs. I felt like they were very faithful to my expectations and what Oda had, set up from the very beginning. My issue is still with the bleeping ninja.
But you didn't answer.
I'm trying to cut back.
You didn't answer the question. Are you satisfied with Kiku's armor?
Kind of.
Kind of? What?
Kind of.
Okay. Would you
Part of me likes the fact that somebody is going in there battle ready, but at the same time, where did this armor come from?
Don't worry
Last
about
time
it.
we saw the magic satchel that all the fucking abyss that all anime characters have for some reason.
The endless wardrobe, the armor just comes out of nowhere.
I will remind you, morons, that Kinemon has a specific power
To make.
Oh, touche.
Yeah, but is it actual armor or is it just like mystical devil fruit bullshit?
No, it's actual armor because Kinemon.
Kinemon's fruit works in a way that it turns into the actual clothing, armor, or whatever until you take it off. So you imagine if Kiku has to, take a dump or something, it'll disappear.
There you go. So Silver's satisfied with Kiku's armor.
Are you satisfied with the sword lore we're getting, Silvers, in Wano?
The sword lore, yes. Oda has not failed to deliver on the sword lore. The only thing that I'm disappointed in now is the fact that there has been no mention of Mihawk. And part of me believes that is because we are solely focused on the here and now, the fight that is to come. And when all of the smoke is cleared and everything's settling down, they'll start to reminisce about more outsiders who came.
What if Mihawk is Denjiro and that's the reveal?
No.
Why not?
For me, Mihawk being from Wano has the same effect that Zoro being.
I mean, it's basically confirmed.
Are you mad that Ryuma's from Wano?
Oh no, absolutely not, because he was presented as a character from Wano. He's a samurai through and through. He has the Japanese aesthetic and all.
Now, Silvers, let me ask you a question, right? If we're in the battle, we got a massive fleet of ships in front of us, and then a massive beam wave happens, and then Kinemon, no, not Kinemon, he would say it. Ashura Doji would be like, "Oh shit, it's Hawk Taro." Would you instantly explode on hype?
Hawk Taro? Absolutely. Mihawk was at half chub when the Marines were coming after him. I can only imagine what it would be like if he shows up to Wano,
just
the place
unleashed.
that he most likely went to get a full-on stiffy.
The Mihawk unleashed, the ultimate swordsman.
Oh man,
it's too good. It's too good.
Christian, dial it back a little bit. There's only so much hype I can take.
All right.
Now,
yeah,
so
exactly.
what can the people look forward to on your channel? What can they look for?
Is he gonna make content? Is it gonna be good?
Okay, now about that, I have a video on my channel. It is uploaded. It is just privated simply because I'm not confident in how it will be revealed and how it will be received.
Okay, give us a
It
little
is
taste.
it is literally a fan fiction, a what if a survived video. It is not breaking the story or changing anything up. It is literally just inserting Ace into the current story
Okay.
as it is.
Mm.
And I'm not very confident on how it's going to be received, and that's why it's sitting on my channel. It's been sitting on my channel for about the past month or two.
Hit, make it live.
Hit that live button.
Will, is this the
Chances-
is this episode the announcement of Silver's first big video?
Big video, you know what? Yes. Chance, you know what? Tomorrow I will do it. I will stream
look
Tower
out.
of God tonight, and I will unprivate the video tomorrow.
Get
What
ready
if
for
Ace
that.
survived?
Get ready for that, people. Look forward to Silver's
Shout out to
masterpiece.
Silver. Go to his
Alright.
channel, go have a look.
Alright.
Appreciate
Thanks,
you being on the show,
boys.
Silvers.
Hey, I appreciate you guys always having me.
No worries, man. Alright, and that's the call-in
Hang on,
segment.
we got a few more people looking to jump in.
Oh, we got a few more people. Who we got?
Left jab, are you prepared? Yeah. Left jab, you're on the show. Welcome to the show.
All right.
What do you want to talk about?
So actually, I have a theory of Luffy getting another power up. Actually,
Okay.
rather than just Rio. I was actually thinking about it when Morge was on, and I was thinking about his whole theory on how Luffy's gonna fail again.
Sure.
Which I don't know, could happen, but
Sure.
and then I started thinking like, well, what happened during his fight with Kaido? What happened, when he moves forward? But pretty much like his training has only been Rio, which is not really. I mean, I guess he did a little defense. He tried to do that against Big Mom.
Yeah.
But he didn't really access that, and I guess he could in this next fight with Kaido. But basically, what he's focusing on is trying to damage Kaido. With the new, is that what you call it, Rio? Or
Yeah,
whatever,
Rio. Yeah.
So he was focusing on trying to damage him, but I feel like a big topic that that Oda keeps bringing up is like how Kaido and Big Mom can both tank hits. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So I just feel like Luffy is supposed to get like some. I don't know what it is. I personally don't think it would be the deflection hockey. I think he has. I don't know. I just feel like he has to have a.
So what do you think? Do you have
where,
any ideas as to what he's gonna get, or you just think he's gonna get another one?
Well, I just think he needs to be able to tank hits because.
So more of a defensive power up.
Do you think Hawkins will assist in that taking of hits?
I don't know. I'm not huge on that theory,
Right.
just because I feel like he needs to develop it on his own so we can move on.
Now, do you think
without Hawkins?
Do you think the hockey training in general increase his general hockey power? To be
I
able
think
to tank
so.
it? Sure.
I think so, but I feel like we're gonna find something else specifically about Big Mom and Kaido that might not even be hockey related, because they even talk about their bodies. Like she's an iron balloon and he's like invincible. So I don't know.
The theory is that Kaido's like that because of his Devil Fruit, and Big Mom's like that because of her hockey. Because she loses her power and she loses control.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, no, I just, like you think about it, and like the way he.
I think Luffy's going to be able to tank hits with the Rio reflection.
Do you think it's some sort of bone hardening technique Luffy learns?
Like he puts hockey in his bones?
No, like he condensed himself to a small Luffy, which is increased bone density or some bullshit.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's a tank form. Who knows?
Tankman returns.
Tankman returns, but it's actually you moving it.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. We appreciate your time, Left Jab.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, so Luffy, I think defensive power-ups aren't as hype as offensive power-ups. We all know this, right?
Sure.
Tanking hits ain't as hype as the big beams, ain't as hype as the big punch. Tankman, Snake Man, so much more hype than Tankman. Defensive, I get that he needs it, but with the observation haki, if you can increase that, if you can dodge, you don't necessarily need to defend, all that kind of stuff.
Sure.
Is there anyone else?
Jordan Lee's trying to get in, but he is muted on Discord. Asking me to jump in, but he's muted.
He muted himself.
Yes, he muted
Okay.
himself. He's definitely quieted.
Jordan Lee, we're waiting.
Maybe also Shadow Badger that jumped into the channel and jumped out. So I don't know if he wants in or not.
Shout out to Badger, mod of the Discord, helping out with this stream. Always helping out. Good man.
Shout out to Heavy. Join the stream to talk to a couple of girls in the.
Don't advertise that, all right? Don't do that.
That's all
Don't
we got,
advertise
right?
that.
That's the only reason
Don't-
why people join Discords
Okay.
for anime waifus, Christian.
Don't, you don't want to blow up their spot, all right?
All right, fair enough.
All right. So, we've done about an hour of this. The
If
call
Jordan
show.
Lee, we'll give Jordan Lee 5 minutes to figure it out.
So we've done about an hour of this. It's a good amount of time.
I think people enjoy it, Christian. They get to ask questions. They get
The
to
call-in
talk
show.
about it. Sure.
So anything going on in the chat?
They're just talking themselves about Tank Man.
Like the stream, subscribe to the channel, that kind of bullshit. Share this around. Yeah. Is anyone else live, or are we the other ones live?
It's pretty funny because Mugiwara Matt B said he was going to come in the Twitter cabal.
Sure.
And no show.
Oh well, the man has no rules for anyone, mate. He just turns up when he wants
to host the Reverie, which is
interesting.
Will he turn up to his own host? No one can tell.
That's the thing. That's the thing we have to consider. All right. Has Jordan Lee figured out his Discord issues?
Shout out to Younger Obama, always in the chat. Jordan Lee is ready to go.
Jordan Lee ready to go. All right, we'll pull him in.
He is muted though, so he is deafened. He might have to undeafen himself. Here we go. Jordan, you have to undeafen yourself to be able to hear us.
No, he's
jumping in. He's jumping out. See, all right, he's done it. He's figured it out. Jordan, he's muted again. What's going on?
Is he ready or is he not ready?
I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, I know he's in the YouTube chat, Badger, but he's deafened on Discord. I can't do anything.
All right. This is great radio, This is great podcast material.
Podcasting, right?
We had double speak issues before. Somehow Discord chat itself.
Yeah, you gotta pay attention to Discord, Christian. Sometimes it just doesn't work.
Yeah, we fixed it, but
sure. What's going on in the chat? Yeah, we've got no donos today, which is
shout out to King of Lightning dropping that sweet $10 on the.
We'll read your donation out. We don't have any fancy fucking flashing lights.
Flashing lights and stuff, but
all right, Jordan Lee, are you there? Are you ready to go? He's jumped in.
I'm ready to go.
All right,
am I on the show?
Yes,
you're on.
I'm on the greatest podcast in the world. Okay,
right.
I'm in.
All right.
So I wanted to talk about the difference between Pirate King and King of the World.
Okay. Stop.
Beard basically wants to become King of the World, while Luffy obviously wants to become Pirate King.
Yeah.
And the people Luffy will contest with on Raftel won't be Blackbeard. It will be Kid, Law, and maybe Drake.
Drake.
And I think, yeah, maybe Drake.
Okay.
Is Drake the Marine side or is Drake a pirate?
Actually, yeah, maybe not Drake then. Maybe Hawkins or some of the other Supernova, like the stronger ones.
So do you think Blackbeard isn't interested in Raftel, or he gets defeated before Raftel, or doesn't turn up?
I mean, I was looking for the manga. I never saw Blackbeard said he wants to become Pirate King, whereas I did see Eustace Kid say he wants to become Pirate King. And Oda also says that Kid is supposed to be Luffy's main rival.
Well,
I could be wrong about that.
If you look in Marineford,
it's official. Yeah.
Whitebeard says Roger isn't the one waiting for you, which implies he wants to be Pirate King.
We don't know his dream.
And also the parallel of Zebek. So Zebek is like people are saying he's the parallel to Blackbeard, right?
Yeah.
Zebek didn't want to be the Pirate King. He wanted to be King of the World, sitting on the throne.
Yeah,
but the thing is, you have Emo there, so that's the only problem I can think of. Because how do you get rid of Emu?
Yeah. So I think the difference between Pirate King and King of the World is this: one, the world's freest man, the man who was all about pirates, all about freedom. King of the World, all about control.
That's
right?
Goda. That's Goda right there. That's Goda. He's like in One Piece. There's like themes like racism,
Sure.
Like there's so many themes, overlying themes, but I think the biggest one is freedom, right? Like
Yeah.
that's the main story of One Piece. It's about
Sure.
freedom. So
Sure.
it's like it's asking the question: would you rather be like the one who's controlling everything, the one who has governance over the world,
Yeah.
or would you rather be the man who can do whatever he wants? It's like would you rather be the president of a country and you govern everything, or would you rather be one man who has all the money, he can travel wherever he wants, he has a license to kill, he'll never get like caught, whatever.
The
It's like
ultimate
it's that
freedom.
kind of
Yeah.
parallel there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So which one do you side with? And I think many people would say like Luffy's freedom is the correct version of freedom.
Sure.
But I feel like if you actually ask yourself the question, I'd say like lots of people would actually want to like have governance or have like power,
Sure.
like sovereignty over others.
Now,
So it's a good question there.
when we're introduced to Blackbeard in Jaya, he makes it seem like he's about people's dreams and dreams will never die
Yes.
and all that kind of stuff. So is he
No.
necessarily about control? I think he's more about chaos.
And you know what? I think that
things
is.
like that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I think he slowly progressed through the story as becoming more of a bad guy. I think when
Okay.
he's at Jaya, he's more about like that Luffy vibe. Like he's about freedom, man's dreams. And I think he
Okay.
still has that in some way. But I feel like ever since he's had the darkness fruit for longer and longer, maybe it's like influenced his
Affecting his
mind.
mind
Maybe,
or something.
but yeah, because the darkness fruit is like one of the most powerful fruits, one of the most
Okay.
oldest ancient fruits, right? And obviously it's the strongest. So maybe it's a special fruit that actually impacts your mind in a way that it makes you become more evil, more greedy.
Yeah.
Sure.
But I don't think Sebek had it. I don't want him to. You know, I don't want
Now-
there to be.
Crazy headcanon theory right now.
All right.
Reason why
Go for it.
Blackbeard can have two devil fruits is because somehow he has Zebek's soul within him, and Zebek is slowly taking over.
Oh my god. All right, that's enough.
And that's the crazy theory of the stream.
That's crazy.
That's the crazy
Alright.
theory. There you
Jordan
go.
Lee, we
But
appreciate your time.
plausible. Yeah.
We appreciate your time. We
Yeah, thanks for
appreciate you
having me
coming
on,
the
guys.
No
show.
Thanks
worries.
for having
No
me on.
worries.
All
Yeah,
right.
like, what do you think about that theory?
Can you shut up? Alright? No, I don't like it. Alright?
There you go. There you go. There's a new one for you, boys. Take it where you will. All right. I hope that becomes a new headcanon theory. It does not involve 3 devil fruits, so Eric might be happy about that.
No.
No, Eric vetoes that.
I'm mad
headcanon
about
theory.
that one. Don't want to see it.
All
It's
right.
a situation all over again.
And that is the call-in segment. All right.
Over.
Now, I'm gonna quickly.
What? What are you gonna quickly do?
All right,
What
my
happened?
computer's a little framey, so I'm just gonna start the recording again,
What do
and
you
we're
mean
gonna move
it's
on. How strong is Shanks live? The live sermon of How Strong is Shanks. Now, key lightning. Stealing our bit with Katakuri. Alright? You
Is he-
can't steal our bit, King. We are the cult of Shanks. You can't just change it to Katakuri. You can't-
Ironically, Katakuri fell in battle.
That's true. But you cannot steal our bit. Alright? This is our bit. This is How Strong is Shanks. Alright? There you go. Alright? The live sermon. Alright? Okay. That out of the way. Alright? Because we got some heresy going on. Alright?
Sure.
From King of Lightning. And I don't like it. Alright. How strong is Shanks? Some people out there think Kaido's the strongest. Some people out there think Dragon's the strongest.
You know, what are you gonna do?
Some people think sweatiest man on the planet. Alkanu's the strongest.
So sweaty.
Sakazuki, the sweatiest man, also known as Magma-kun in some circles.
Some lost circles.
Some people think world's strongest swordsman, Mihoku, the Hawk God, is the strongest, but he's not. Because he's a golden cow. He's a false idol. All right.
False title for sure.
And the worst of them all. Some people think Iron Man is the strongest. Not true. Liquid cancer. And there you go. Now, we come with 100% genuine, factual evidence. Factual evidence. Every week to prove that Shanks is the strongest and Shanks is the Goat King. And this week's evidence is Shanks is so strong. He could dodge every single raindrop in a tropical typhoon, never getting a single drop on his godly, chiseled Goat King body.
And cape.
Of course. Shanks is the strongest. Shanks is the God King. And there you go.
Now, people in the chat suggesting we should add Gold Roger and Prime Garb to the
Segment.
rundown. Yeah. Also, you didn't do the, every week we bring 100% factual evidence.
Because I did. I just said it.
It threw me off.
Alright, well, you gotta be on your toes, alright?
But we appreciate the sermon. Join the cult.
Join the cult. Don't join King's cult. Katakuri, great character, not the God King, alright?
Is he saying God King Katakuri?
No, he's saying,
the Church of Katakuri?
The Church of Katakuri.
Ridiculous.
He's stealing our bit. He's doing the prayers. He's stealing our bit.
Oh my god.
Right, get your own bit, King.
We make things happen on the show, Christian, and he will be called out on episode 100 and lambasted for his heresy.
There you go. There you go. Alright. Topic of the show. Where we want Wano to end up at the end of 2019.
Alright.
Big question. The year of 2019. We got 10 chapters left. If that. 10 chapters, rough estimate. Alright? Where do we want it to end? Where do we want it to happen? Surely this detour does not take 10 chapters. Surely. What do you think?
Will we get the moon panel on the last chapter? No.
Of 2019?
Christian,
No.
I am apologetic to deliver the bad news.
We won't.
We will not land on Onigashima.
This year.
This year.
Now that's an issue. Are we talking about Navy battle? Are we engaging Kaido at all?
People need to turn up, Christian. Now, we'll see. Next chapter may change my mind, but if indeed this is a detour, oh dear.
I will remind you that Oda can skip time immensely in one chapter.
Maybe Luffy's captured again.
Okay. Please no. Please no.
Now, we got to the stage where I was deducting points off the chapter when Zoro was in another location.
Okay.
Will we deduct points when the raid hasn't started yet?
You know, so you last week were saying it wasn't that bad, the situation.
I was saying it's alright because I assume it's a meme. But if it's not a meme, there's going to be big problems. I think Drizzts wants in.
Drizzts wants in. Colin show's over, Drizzts.
Drizzts, you can jump in if you want.
We'll talk about the topic of the show. We could drag Drizzts in. Will he derail us? He probably will derail us. But we're talking about where we want Wano to be at the end of 2019. What I want is either we're in the Onin flashback. Alright, will that happen? Will we get into the Onin flashback at the end of 2019 during this year? Will it happen? Look, we need some sort of trigger for that to happen. Is them failing to get to ships the trigger for the Onin flashback? Maybe. Maybe we start it next week. I don't know. It can trigger at any moment. Moment.
Are you worried?
What?
That there's bad weather.
Sure.
And the moon will be covered until the right moment.
100% factual. And there's always clouds over fucking Onigashima anyway.
Sure.
Fucking watch like Zoro do like some sort of tornado and clear the clouds.
Luffy and Kaido clash, break the heavens,
Okay.
and the Mink transform,
Okay.
revealing the moon. Now has Drizzts landed?
Drizzts the theorist. Looks like he's in the Discord. You're a little low. Do you want to turn up your volume? Yeah, you're a little low, Dritz.
Now, this is the king of the leader of the false idol, Godhawk, the
Alright.
golden apple.
The views say otherwise, man. Am I still low?
No, you're good. You're good now. You're good now. Now,
Excellent.
Dritz, we're talking about where we want Wano to be at the end of 2019. We got 10 chapters left. What do you want to happen? What do you want the story to be?
Realistically, I don't know. 10 chapters is not. I mean, it's
It's not a lot.
At the same time,
Yeah.
at the same time, it's not. I don't really know.
Do
I
you-
think I heard
yeah.
you guys say that we're not going to be in Onigashima.
Yeah.
Correct.
I mean, Oda said. I mean, Oda lies all the time, but Oda said that we would be getting Odin stuff.
Yeah.
So-
We technically we have. I mean, technically.
Technically we have, but I mean, I was kind of thinking like flashback kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Now,
Fuck, I hope.
I haven't heard your thoughts on the last chapter. And is this just a meme detour, or is this actually gonna take forever for us to get to Onigashima? What do you reckon?
I think it's going to take a while.
Okay, so we've actually failed and we have to start again, or?
Well, I don't know if we failed like starting again, but I mean, to be honest, I don't actually care what's happening right now.
Sure. Okay.
Because there's I don't know, the way it was set up for me. It's set up in a way where like it's almost impossible to care.
Yeah, I agree with that sentiment. We had Morge and Orihara on last week. We talked about that, of how like, why do we care about the Scabbers crying if we know nothing about them or Odin, you know?
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't a whole lot of time. Like, part of it is just kind of like a logical thing. It's like, why were they all just like group walking down to the ocean? Like, what was their role? What were they doing?
Yeah, we broke this down last week, where it's like the Scabbards were supposed to be the first ones to arrive at the port. So like, technically no one should be there yet. So like, none of the army's destroyed. It's just the port's destroyed, which is like weird as fuck. Yeah,
it's kind of weird. Like, Wano's in this weird section for me. It's like I don't think, despite how long it's been, we haven't really spent a whole lot of meaningful time with the individual Scabbards. Like, seeing interactions outside of just like them crying.
Yeah.
All we
which
need
isn't
is their
necessarily good.
interactions with Odin and each other in the flashback. Just give it to us, Oda.
Yeah, we talked about
Yeah, I
that.
don't know. It's a weird thing because we still have to get through the Fire Festival, so
Yeah.
I think that's going to be pretty long.
So, do you think there's going to be a couple chapters of Kaido, Big Mom, Orochi eating around the table, talking to Apu and shit?
We also need to see Kirishiro.
Kirishiro, what he's doing? Sure. Okay.
Yeah, there's going to be at least one chapter where they're just kind of like doing their thing.
Sure.
And
Being
Onigashima-
sneaky.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, 10 chapters. That's a generous estimate of how many chapters we got left. I doubt the war's starting. The biggest hope I can have, hope we can have is the Onin flashback. We're in it. That's the biggest thing we could look forward to, I reckon.
No, yeah, I think so. I mean, that's what I've been looking forward to since the year began.
Maybe Nekomamushi, Marco, and Jinbei show up around here before the battle, maybe during it. I don't know if it's going to be this year.
That'd be interesting.
Well, Nekomamushi, where the fuck is he? Come on, how long does it take to get here?
He's on the island, though.
Is he? I've heard people say this, but there's
second in command was with him on Zunisha when they went with.
So have you
Marco,
seen
and
Rhodey and BB? We've seen Rhodey and BB, have we?
We saw what's
Blackback
the lion's name?
and Sicilian.
Yeah, we've seen Sicilian.
Sicilian's a
was there
musket.
with-
Yeah, but Sicilian's the musketeer on Dogstorm's team.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Is he? No, okay, I
Yeah,
forgot.
he's a musketeer for Dogstorm.
Guardians with Nekomamushi.
Yeah, so we haven't seen that crew yet. So Nekomamushi still on the sea somewhere. Do you reckon Weevil is involved in that?
I reckon he's going to get all the other Whitebeard crew.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, I don't think we was necessarily involved because we kind of already seen him,
Yeah.
and it's kind of just like he's just walking around.
Some people
thing.
say that's Marco's arm, but it's hard to decipher if that's accurate.
What, Marco's arm?
Marco's
Oh.
island. That.
Yeah, the island. It's really hard to decipher.
Yeah.
Maybe it doesn't look destroyed though, so
Yeah.
You would imagine if there was a fight going down there, unless Marco had already left,
Yeah.
it would be in ruins at the
Sure.
least.
So I don't know. Can we turn one around in these last 10 chapters and look forward to 2020? Can that be possible?
Yeah, sure.
What would need to happen in these 10 chapters to turn this around?
We need that flashback to make Wano make sense.
Yeah.
Well, see, for me, I guess it depends. I think I need to have more reason to care with the Straw Hats.
Sure.
Because I mean, the scabbards are nice, but regardless of what Oda does, and it's kind of typical with like his side characters.
Yeah.
He's only going to spend so much time, and he would have to cram so much stuff in. I feel like it would just be like a better use of time to just get the Straw Hats, like get some drama,
Yeah.
along with them, you know.
Do you think this is another Kuro situation where he just crams it down our throats so much that like we'd eventually just get upset about it?
It's possible.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because we got like 2 Kiros flashbacks with Rebecca and
I don't. Yeah.
Yeah. So
you would imagine though, with like as much stuff that Oda has to work with Odin, that it would have to be way better than Kuros.
Oh yeah, definitely. We got Pyro King, we got Whitebeard, we got
Power King, I mean, we have so much lore and mythology. The only thing that's holding it back is the fact that Odin's from Wano.
Okay, yeah, I guess.
Because you know what I'm saying? Because like Odin has so much potential, but the things people care about are more in line with like what the things he's associated with outside of Wano.
Sure.
Like the cast that we have in Wano outside of Odin himself, I don't think many people are too thrilled about.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Maybe Kaido.
Like, I need to see more Raizo, dude. I need to see more Kinemon. You know,
maybe
it's
Kaido's
like,
maybe people like Kaido's crew more than the Scabbards. Do you reckon that's true?
I mean, if they say Kaido's crew, they're almost exclusively talking about the Calamities plus, Supernova.
Do you think that's possible? Like people enjoy Hawkins, people enjoy
Hawkins is the
Queen,
arc.
Jack.
Hawkins is like the best part of the arc. Yeah, I would agree with that. I think people enjoy it way more because one, we've actually seen more of the enemies than we've seen more of the allies doing stuff. They've kind of been in the background.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of annoying they got fucked up by law though.
Drizzts, let me ask you a question. If the alliance fails here, was Yasu's death indeed meaningless?
I guess it would depend on what would happen.
Yeah, because the only thing it really did was get Ashura Doji on our side. That's the only thing it did.
I mean, yeah, and I guess it gave, I don't know, it's like a morale boost, but they already had the will to, go.
So like,
what about the unreliable narrator, Christian? We've talked about this.
I don't want to talk about the unreliable narrator because the narrator gives
the final battle. It must be the final battle.
They keep on saying it. Is the narrator lying to us? I doubt it. Because then we have to go back and question everything he said, which is I don't think Oda wants to do that right now.
Also, could you explain this to me? I think I saw you talking about this on Twitter, Eric. About like you were having some kind of debate with Morge about like the flow of the battle, ups and downs. What was that about?
Well, Morge thinks that we will fail. Luffy will get destroyed, and then we'll have to regroup and fight again on a different day, right? So like separate battles. My take is it'll be like Marineford, where they're on the back foot, someone turns up, they start to win, they get on the back foot again, etc., until they win.
Not necessarily losing the war, just losing a small segment of the battle and then coming back.
Yeah,
and then
if you remember Marineford, they were winning until like the pacifists came behind them.
And Sengoku's bullshit wall plan, and
I would say like, I don't know. I actually kind of agree with, like, I can see both sides for me because you would imagine that if this is anything supposed to be like Marineford, it would kind of be like a little bit of both. But at the same time, the difference between Marineford and now is that we're still so weak. We're at Marineford. We actually had like a Yonko versus everyone.
Yeah.
I don't know how weak we are anymore. That's a problem.
Yeah, because we got all these bloody people who can turn up.
Luffy hasn't done anything, and like it.
What do you mean? He blew up a tree. He destroyed a tree. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he destroyed it. And Zoro cut a cliff. Well,
what I mean is that Luffy has no tangible, like, he's never done anything by himself.
Yeah.
And whenever he was supposed to train against Big Mom, he ran away. And now he's just been, like, punching metal. And, like, that's supposed to be enough.
Well, he won't take out Kaido by himself.
Well, I know it's not talking about Kaido, but like the point is like even from like a character motivation standpoint, it seems like none of the characters are really actually going to go like want to go the full way
Well,
to do the work.
Luffy's motivation is to take out Kaido.
Well, here's the thing, Dritz. The reaction to Odin's story was off screen, but from the Straw Hats, right? Surely they know about Odin and what he did for the country and what he's about. It just got off screen because we're not ready for the Odin flashback. So they could. So if we get the Odin flashback, we come out of that, and then we get the Straw Hats talking about Odin's will and what he's about, and we're behind Odin and what he was about. Will that solve the problem for you?
What about the food situation, Dritz? They want to solve that situation. In
Food situation?
Leftovers town. They want to feed the people. What are you talking about?
I mean, that's kind of motivation, you know.
That's Luffy's motivation, so Tama can eat.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Did you miss that?
No, I mean I'm being facetious in terms of like what a great motivation.
I mean, also we
I'm
still.
not talking about like the reason Luffy wants to do it because I mean Luffy's been a hypocrite for a while, so it's not like it doesn't bother me whatsoever.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
In a sense, because what hypocrite I mean is that Luffy is a conqueror who doesn't want to conquer, but he conquers anyway.
It reminds me of the U.S. government going into countries liberating them, quote unquote. It reminds me of the same thing, because he's doing it for quote unquote good reasons, but he's interfering in other countries.
He's doing it for liberation.
Like, Rayleigh during Sabaody is like, "Can you conquer the Grand Line?" Luffy's like, "I don't want to conquer anything, just the freest man is." And then like, as soon as we get into the New World, it's like, "I want to beat up all of these guys and take the shit." So I mean, it's a little bit weird, but for me, it's like Luffy has motivation. I just think it needs to get to the point where it's serious.
Yeah, and do you think Luffy's motivation can come out within the next 10 chapters?
I don't know. Yeah, sure, it could. I think a good way to do it would be to. It was what I would do at least. You would include something serious within the crew on how they interact with each other or their beliefs, or you would actually take that Thomas stuff with Ace and put it into a new direction. Because we've been waiting on that for a good 30 plus chapters now, and it hasn't gone anywhere.
That's true.
So
it's kind of a.
There's got to be some give and take with that.
It's kind of a plot point that's just been put on the back burner for I think the end of the arc, which is like
end of the arc. Oh man. Well,
because Tama's not going to be in the battle, right? Tama can't be in a battlefield.
She'll be in. I mean, where she's going to sit back in the trees during. I
mean,
I feel like everyone's going to be involved.
She's got a good delve through.
She's got a good delve through, but why would they bring a child to a battlefield?
Even like here's the thing. I mean, they brought two children to the direct fortress of a calamity.
Well, that's Chopper's fucking dumb fault, you know.
Yeah, but the scabbards went along with it. They're like, it's a good idea.
Would Kinemon let Momo and Tama?
Okay, well, Momo's there, right?
Well, even if they didn't let them, we've seen that Tama's just gonna do whatever she wants anyway.
Yeah. They'll sneak on the ship. They'll do whatever. Yeah.
But like the main point what I'm bringing is that like I think one of the main factors that is missing between Wano and Marineford is the emotional attachment between what the outcome's going to be.
Yeah.
Because during Marineford we had the actual life of Ace on the line, plus other things going on. Luffy was away from his crew. It was like it was like the ultimate like Luffy's by himself kind of thing. So far on Wano, we don't really have any emotional connection with like
Well, we're supposed to care about the scabbards.
Stuff.
Yeah.
But we don't though.
Yeah, I know.
So like if you bring in Tama, bring some Ace stuff in, and I've talked to Morge about this.
Sure.
He is convinced this is going to happen. I'm skeptical. Because I'm not going to put words into his mouth, but I suggested the idea that I think that a cool thing to do for this arc, especially coming off of Whole Cake Island, is to have people doubt Luffy.
In what way?
Can he do this?
Like have like Zoro be like, I'm unsure.
Well, yeah, because like here's the thing, right? So it's weird that the Straw Hats haven't been thinking about this, considering they literally ran away from Big Mom and they knew she was too much for them, and now it's like we had to fight Kaido, and they're not thinking about like we couldn't do anything when we were there. Like how are we going to do this? Luffy almost died facing just their commander guy.
Luffy has expressed that before.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I kind of heralded it back to Crocodile.
Sure.
Whenever Luffy had his first interaction with Crocodile, the crew was like, yeah, Luffy's going to do this, but you could tell from their facial expressions, they didn't actually believe that.
Well, they
Is
all
it-
They were all
yeah.
sweating like, "Oh my god, we have
This
to
is the
leave
thing,
Luffy
though.
with this."
Drizzts, they've all had their Luffy's gonna be the Pirate King unbreakable will speech already. So I don't know if you could break that now.
Well, I mean, like, if there
Yeah.
was any time to bring it up, you would bring up against like when you're fighting a Yonko, because like there has to be. I don't know. I feel like it would be a cool character dynamic to have because so far, like it's. I don't know. I feel like it would be a cool. Like that would at least bring some drama into it.
I
It's like,
mean,
does Luffy
yeah.
doubt himself? That would be a
The,
cool aspect.
the thing
But
is,
you know, I
right?
doubt it will happen.
Luffy's I don't know, Luffy's kind of doubted himself, but kind of hasn't. And
Well,
Post-
Luffy admitting that he's not strong enough to, beat Kaido is him admitting that he's weak, right? He said, "I need to get stronger. I
But
need
like
to,
that's like
need to
in the
defeat
same
Kaido."
instance wherever Luffy gets
Yeah.
beat, he's just like, I was hungry, so I'll get him next time, kind of thing. It would be cool just to see like if more so for the alliance because this is something that has been brought up. Whenever Luffy was in the prison and he gave his speech,
Yeah.
the one thing that no one brought up was the fact that just like everyone else there, Luffy's in there because he was beaten by Kaido. So he hasn't proven anything different from what everyone else was in there before.
Sure.
what's he
Where
supposed to
they
prove?
all
He
wanted to
can't
beat
beat
Kaido.
Kaido.
He hasn't proven his strength.
How's he gonna prove it?
Good question.
But Dritz, in the eyes of the people, he's the strongest. He's the strongest like ally they've ever seen, right?
But how do they know how strong he is if he hasn't done anything?
Well, what did he do in the prison? He didn't really do
He
much.
got nothing really.
Yeah.
He ran away from Big Mom. Whenever he tried to attack Queen, Queen slapped him aside.
Well, that
He's-
gesture,
yeah,
the gesture of him taking the
pain, the poison.
pain
Yeah.
Right,
is-
yeah. So like
is
he
the
has
thing.
he has like the he has all of the morale and belief, but like this is why I think Luffy kind of has to
Yeah.
prove his strength in a way.
But like
The
Dritz,
only way to prove his strength is to
yeah.
take out Kaido.
But the people in the prison were skeptical, even when Luffy gave his speech. Momonosuke, made them side with him in the end. So I think the people are still skeptical about Luffy. He's a
I mean,
pirate.
it would
he's
just
an
be nice
outsider.
just to see some.
Yeah.
I don't know what like it doesn't have to be what I'm suggesting.
Yeah,
I
sure.
just think there has to be some like serious drama
Yeah,
involved.
I'd like to
that
see like
includes Luffy and the Straw Hats and maybe other characters as well.
But
Like,
Dritz,
the law trusting Luffy or whatever.
Do you think it's too late because the battle's about to start? Do you think that phase is over?
I think the like someone like Shinobi could doubt the
Yeah,
Straw
it could
Hats.
be over, dude. It depends. Like, it's all under the expectation that everything's going to happen really soon. I don't know how long Wano's going to be.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be
I
fucking
hope
long as
it's not
shit.
that long.
It's gonna be long.
I hope it's not Dressrosa.
It's gonna be longer than
because
Dressrosa, dude. It's already 50 chapters. We haven't gone to the war. We haven't gotten any flashbacks.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I don't know, man.
It's
I mean,
it's like an
probably
inevitable
right.
point at this point. in
You're
my
probably
mind.
right, but I just hope that I don't know, man.
Yeah. All right. So
I think
yeah.
I anticipate after one I will have a cool down arc with some Straw Hat talking to each other at some point because they haven't really been together since.
Well, isn't it still
They
the
still
day of the Fire Festival? It's not night yet, so we still got a
Yeah.
couple hours for crew talking, and
You know
maybe
what'd be
some
really cool?
pre-battle nerves or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what I would like is that I would like if like the night before, like everyone's all around each other and there's like these heart-to-heart moments with the
Yeah.
crew just talking about stuff that's been happening.
At least
And
Usopp
it's
and
like the
Nami.
tension before the battle. It's like, Luffy, are you ready for this? And people are like, blah blah blah, X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. I would love to see it. It's still possible to happen. I mean, apparently we're going into a flashback next week because it's like something happened last night, so maybe it could happen there.
I just hope that whatever happened, I mean, like maybe Oda will make me care, but I kind of doubt it because there hasn't really been enough setup for it.
Yeah.
I just think that it don't make it a Whole Cake Island thing where it's like fake tension after fake tension after fake tension.
Yeah.
Hopefully this matters.
I think this cliffhanger's a fake out in my mind because I think it's worse if it isn't a fake out in the grand scheme of the pacing of the arc, and because we're gonna start again, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. I
Do
don't
you need Luffy in a cage to start a flashback? I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know. So there you go. There's the topic of the show. Where will Wano be at the end of 2019? We've talked about a lot of things, discussed Wano in depth with Dritz Kun, Dritz the theorist, Dritz the in-depth character analysis. Maybe we should change his name to that. Who knows? All right.
Who will turn up in one?
Who will turn up? Now, do you want to stick around, Dritz, or do you for the power scale?
Yeah.
Or okay.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. Dritz surprise special guest on the call-in show, coming out of nowhere. All right. The
Yeah, you
power
need me,
scale.
man.
Now, we've already talked about Moria on the power scale this week, and someone called up about Moria. Was it Margin or something? Yeah, I think it was Margin. Calling up about how Moria's too high on the power scale. We've already talked about that. So, I don't know. Do you guys want to power scale some characters? Do you want to rearrange the list? I know Drizzts is always looking to rearrange characters.
Where's Mayhawk? Mayhawk's in Admiral tier.
He's not. Come on, man. Like, we need more feats. I'm not willing to put him in Emperor tier yet.
Dude, no, you do not need more feats. Are you kidding me?
Come on, man.
Are you for real, dude?
Come on, man. I don't want to have this.
Lay it out.
Oh my lord.
Lay it out on the table.
All right. I
have a 43-minute long video.
Yeah, I know.
I've seen it, and my biggest problem, and I'll say it again, is your flaky excuses for Marineford.
Flaky excuses.
I never. Well, one, I don't think it's a Marineford. You take it with a grain of salt, and two, I think there's are viable explanations given the character for Mihawk. And three, I'm not saying it's like 100% fact. That's an explanation. So.
Sure.
The Hawk God, Mihawk, the False Idol.
The False Idol, aka the False Idol.
Okay, the
He
False
is not
Idol.
the False Idol.
Shanks is the God King. We all know this. All right.
Yeah, but they're like best friends. He can be the God King, God Hawk.
Yeah, but he's
is the right hand man.
He's right hand man, but like the real man, dude. Come on, the relationship between them is real.
It's real.
Sure, but many people out there are worshipping the false idol that is Mayhawk.
Right.
So he's indeed the golden cow, the false idol. And
How is he a false idol?
Because there's only one God King, and that's Shanks.
There's only one true God.
But no, he's a God Hawk. It's different.
You can't. It's like Christianity. You can't have God and then another God. There's only one God. You could have saints.
In the original transcripts for Christianity, there were multiple gods.
You could have saints. He could be a saint of the God King.
Saint Hawk.
No, God Hawk.
Saint Hawk.
Saint Hawk.
Ah, wait, dude.
Saint Hawk. No, there's only one God. Anyway, Mihawk. Mihawk. Now, I've heard you say this before, right? And the new information that Mihawk never fought an Emperor Shanks. You saying that's irrelevant information? I want to know why it's irrelevant.
It is.
Why is it irrelevant?
Okay, so why is it relevant for you guys?
Well, here's the thing, right? We know Shanks grew exponentially in power at some point during this 6-year event situation.
Wait, how do we know that?
Because we see him in, Luffy's village, right? Obviously getting gooned out is the first chapter, you could say that. Getting his arm ripped off by the Coast of the Sea, or the Lord of the Sea. You could say that's the first chapter, you could say all that kind of stuff. But would a man that strong be taken out that way?
Apparently, he was already a legend at that point.
He was already a well-known
pirate.
pirate.
Whenever he came back from that sea, everyone that mattered was like, holy crap, what happened to Shanks?
Drizzts, I think it's implied that he grew in power because we see Luffy's journey and how he's growing.
That's fine. You can argue he grew in power, but it's just like, to what degree? Because Shanks was already a legend at that point in time. It's not like he was like, mid-commander level, and it's like, boom.
Is Katakuri a legend? Is King a legend?
No, because their names aren't held in the same regard.
Beckman's a legend.
Now, is that a storytelling issue because Shanks was in the first chapter and Katakuri debuted in chapter 800? Is that a storytelling issue?
No, I don't think. Well, I don't think so, because I don't think Katakuri would ever be considered as a legend.
Well, the Big Mom pirates know about King. That implies that there's some kind of
relationship.
They know about King, but Big Mom hasn't even met Kaido in multiple decades.
So how do they know about King?
They have an information network. That was explained as they were heading into Wano. It's like, oh man, our information network's dope. We know how to get into Wano.
But is it conceivable that King's name echoes throughout the pirate world?
But like the difference between them is like, other Yonko consider like the events that went down, especially between Mihawk and Shanks, as things of legend. Two commanders fighting each other is gonna be like, yeah, that's legendary stuff, dude.
So a one-armed man, there was some incident, and I'd love to know this incident that made him an emperor. Do you think there's one incident, or it's just happened over time?
I don't know, because like the weird thing with Shanks is that there's no actual real world event that was like.
I brought this up before.
No 6 years ago, it's like
the only thing that really matches up is Ace on Wano and Ace talking to Shanks in that thing before he meets Whitebeard.
Yeah, it's a weird thing because like I would hate for people who don't like Shanks to use this as an argument, but I could see it being used as that Shanks' connection with the Gorosei has more to do with him becoming a Yonko than not, and I don't think that's the case. I think Shanks is kind of like the real deal.
Yeah.
His bounty's 4 billion.
which is the insane thing. I think people need to put into context how it is. It's not like Shanks came in 6 years ago. It took an amazing amount of effort on Blackbeard's behalf just to get the 2 billion. I mean, he was responsible. He invaded Impel Down, rescued, freed the prisoners. Was the main person for killing Whitebeard. Took his devil fruit, took all of his territory, and then beat Marco and every commander's ass. And he has like a 2.2 billion.
And let's not forget the Boltego incident also.
And Boltego and Shanks is young and has roughly near the same as all the established people that have been there for decades and decades.
And let's look at Luffy for a second.
That guy for a while.
Luffy's done a million things to piss off the government, and he's only 1.5.
Yeah, destroying Waters
and his lobby, multiple warlords, just Rosa.
He's got to be on the radar.
Right. So whatever Shanks did, I mean, it would have to be something absolutely huge. And like, I don't think that only people who don't want to acknowledge Mihawk's strength are going to use the Shanks wasn't Yonko. Like Shanks was so much weaker before he was Yonko, so none of it counts.
Hey, Drizzts, here's the thing. I don't know if he was so much weaker. I'm saying Admiral level. Let's just say Admiral level. I know you think they're the same.
There's not much of a difference.
I know you think they're the
same.
It's incorrect.
I know you think they're the same, but we've talked about that before. I'm not saying he's ridiculously under. I'm saying Mihawk, he's close to Emperor. He just doesn't have the clout. He doesn't have the power behind him.
Well, that's the only thing that separates his strength, though, because Mihawk literally has everything going from the narrative, except for the fact that he doesn't control territory, he doesn't have a crew, and he doesn't want to become Pirate King.
Yeah, Drizzts, we love Mihawk, all right? But this is what you're doing to us. You're making us rip him down, all right?
But, like, seriously, like, Mihawk has so much going for him in the narrative.
We know, all right? But it's too much.
Like, it's almost asinine for you to put him anywhere, like,
I
so
think
much farther below Shanks.
This is
like,
the thing,
they
right?
have to be comparable to each other.
The Emperors are basically the gods of the show. The gods of the series. I think that's more important than because the Emperors are always put on a pedestal. Similar.
Just look how sweaty Akainu is whenever they're brought up. Just
Like,
look how sweaty he is.
I like Oda puts him on a pedestal that's like unreachable. Not really the same for Mihawk. Not really the same for the Admirals.
For Admirals, because
Luffy's whenever in reference to surpassing Mihawk,
yeah,
it's like, oh yeah, the thing that's harder than surpassing me is becoming Pirate
exactly.
King.
That's right.
Which is like, to become Pirate King, you have to beat all of the Yonko.
Well, that's not what he said. He said that's a more difficult task.
Yeah.
So
Mihawk even acknowledges that
it's a more difficult task.
Yeah, because Pirate King is stronger than Yonko.
Yeah, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess.
There's no debate.
But here's the thing with Admirals and Emperors. We just got to compare Fujitora to fucking
Luffy.
Fujitora and Luffy versus fucking what's it called? Kaido and Luffy, right? Just compare those two fights and you can see the wank on Kaido. Alright?
Yeah, but except compare the OG Admirals and the Admirals from different generations to the Yonko of that period of time, and they're the same.
Yeah, but we're talking about the here and now, Drizzts. We're not talking about in the past.
We're still in the here and now. The Admirals now, if you take the 3 OG Admirals, they're all comparable to the Yonko.
Yeah, but fucking Kuzan somewhere, there was always a question mark on Kizaru. And,
I want to know your theory on the Magnificist. All right? Talk to me about it. Is it going through Kaido?
Yes.
If he blocks it.
What's he blocking it with?
With his arm. Not with his chest.
I mean, if he's blocking, it depends. Like, if
Kaido's not going to have a heart attack and get hit. All right? He's healthy.
All right, yeah,
It depends. I think all Yonko are capable of defending themselves. It's not like it's impossible to defend against. It kind of
thoughts about Shanks casually blocking that man with fist, and Akainu instantly buckets of sweat.
Oh, have you seen the canon reaction to that? That's ridiculous.
Yes, I've seen. He does have sweat. He does have sweat.
That's a single bit of sweat, dude. And afterwards, he doesn't care.
And he does say, "Oh," in the manga.
Exactly, that's true. There is a gasp.
Yeah, dude, like, here's the
shock
thing,
horror.
Shanks being there is supposed to be impressive. It's like he had just gotten done 1v1ing a Yonko, going through multiple crews. He just wants to get rid of Luffy, and Kobe's in his way, and a random Yonko teleports into the plot out of nowhere
That's
It's
right.
like
He
it
could
blossoms-
even sense that with his observation haki. That's how strong
Dude.
Shanks is.
In Marineford, no one could sense anything.
All right. Okay. No.
Yeah, they
Sloppy.
can't.
Sloppy. All right. Sloppy. All right. He's sloppy in Marineford. You can
No,
at least admit
I
that.
think Akainu's offensive abilities should be strong enough where if there was a weak, regardless if it's a Big Mom or Kaido, if he gets a shot in on them and it's not defended, they're
Well,
getting hit. Like they're
Drizzts,
getting
why
hurt
is he so
massively.
sweaty if all the admirals are Emperor tier? He could just send 2 admirals and get it done.
Well, you're talking to the wrong author here because
Oh.
it's always like, why doesn't Oda actually have the admirals do stuff? It's like, oh, because
Well,
then I
because
would
they're
actually
not
have to have-
because they're not
have to
strong
write
enough
that.
to take out the situation.
Exactly. I mean, that's
They
the
are.
logical
We already know
conclusion.
2 admirals washes.
Oh, here we go.
They
Why?
definitively beat
Why and
Yonko.
how? Why and how? Tell me.
Garp and Sengoku going up
Shiki.
against Pirate King level people.
You talking
2
about
of them
Shiki?
definitively beat Shiki. Yeah,
You
Shiki
talking
was
about
Pirate
Shiki?
King level.
I mean, Shiki's mentioned in the same breath as Captain John,
And
so
2 admirals smacked him down.
I don't know how strong
In
Shiki
like
is.
10 hours.
6 hours.
And Garp's supposed to be like
Insanely
let's go.
strong.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know if he's Admiral level Drizzts. I don't know
I
if you
think
can call
Gar's stronger than Admiral level.
I don't know
Yeah.
if you can call Garp Admiral level.
I'm telling you, these like the admirals for the Navy are comparable to the Yonko of that period of time. Sengoku
I think
was
Garp is. I don't know about
portrayed to be the
Sengoku.
guy who was going after Whitebeard. They have a history together. Garp was all over Roger, and they were basically trying to kill each other constantly.
Yeah,
and
but
Shiki, who Oda said was equal to
can't-
Roger and Whitebeard in
You
the
can't
same
say
tier.
you can't say Akainu is the same level as Prime Garp because that's ridiculous.
That's fine, but you have to, if you're going to use that argument, you can't say the new generation is weaker than the old generation, including the Yonko and the Admiral,
No.
as of right now, which means they're still the same.
All I'm gonna say is Oda intentionally shows us Luffy versus Fujitora and then Luffy versus Kaido. Why do that?
Why are you using like the newest admirals as explanation?
But they're admirals.
He's an
They're
admiral.
called
that's
admirals.
like saying, yeah, if Oda showed us Kaido versus Blackbeard as soon as Blackbeard became a Yonko, I'd be like, yeah, dude, not that big of a
Drizzts, the
deal.
admirals should
They
represent
have to
the
come into their
admirals.
full potential.
So you're telling me
People
it's a
like
meta point.
Akainu,
How-
Aokiji, and Kuzan
Drizzts.
are already at the pinnacle.
Drizzts, how much weaker is Fujitora compared to the rest? Tell me.
I would say he's significantly weaker compared to
Well,
Akainu.
Give me percentage. Oh, Akainu's Fleet Admiral 2 years. I can accept Akainu. Give me the other 3.
I mean, percentage. I don't know. He's
50%?
probably significantly weaker than Kuzan.
50%, 100%.
I don't know, maybe like 30.
See, we
I
see,
think he's a weaker man than Kizaru.
but
So
Drizzts,
apparently Kaido, right? Apparently Kaido can
Also, why
get
is
pushed back.
Why is Luffy versus Fujitora being used as an example?
because
Oda
it makes
trying
him
to
look
fight
bad.
Luffy.
Makes Fujitora look bad.
Because it gives us an
Fujitora is
example.
not
Drizzts. It's the only example we have.
Yes, he is. He is trying because
No,
he's
he's
mad at
not.
Luffy before the people turn up.
He wasn't
Oh my God.
trying to hurt Luffy though.
Dude, he's trying
He
to
was mad that
capture him.
Luffy was
If it-
taking pity on him.
Even though he said he was trying.
Dude, he goes to
And,
dress
like,
the
if you look at the
timeline.
context of Dressrosa,
No.
he could have ended that arc any
Yeah.
point in
Yeah.
time. That
Drizzts,
He's a
hey,
he's
alright.
a he's a he's a
Wait.
dice man. He rolled the dice. He told him to go capture Luffy. He did.
All right, give us a second here to settle this down.
Okay.
Why is it that every time we bring up Navy stuff, the Navy stands go they weren't trying?
well,
why
people
is
bring
that?
that back with the Yonko as well.
Are you telling me that the Navy defending Marineford weren't trying in Marineford? Is that what you're
They
telling
were
me?
definitely nerfed by the events of Marineford. There's no doubt.
What does that mean? They weren't trying?
able to go all out.
Why not?
Every single person at Marineford was nerfed, basically.
Because of plot or because of Marineford? Like, what are you
Well,
saying?
both.
Plot.
Plot
Now,
and Marineford.
I will remind you
The
that
Admirals-
plot happens in the story and is like
Yeah, plot happens in the
in
story.
the
and,
world.
there's been multiple occasions where Oda basically just does stuff because he does stuff, and in different situations it would work out differently.
So basically, we're still talking
if
about.
Akainu and Aokichi fought each other, it destroys the entire island.
Now,
They're trying
this
to
is-
protect it.
This is
So,
why.
in
This is
conclu-
why. Hang on. This is why it gets so difficult with Mihawk because you have to unravel the multiple headcanons going
Exactly.
on.
So in conclusion, Mihawk does not move from the power scale. There we go.
How?
Moving
how
on.
Though?
Moving
In
on.
conclusion,
In conclusion, in
Half the
conclusion,
Yonko don't even have feet.
in
They get the
conclusion,
benefit of the doubt.
I mean, Big Mom just walking through the ground, Alabasta spears.
She couldn't even capture a bunch of kids.
I mean, we got Hunger Pangs. We got...
Jinbei blocked her and almost killed her.
Hey, that's Jinbei.
Whoa, we don't know about that. Almost killed her.
Dude, yes, he would have gave her amnesia because the only thing preventing Big Mom from dying after she got drilled off the ship is her homie that was like, oh,
which is her power. Which is her power.
She couldn't save herself of her own power.
Which is her power. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's more about Jinbei than it does about Big Mom, right?
Okay, Jinbei's, admiral level, I guess, right?
Yeah.
He's fucking strong as shit, but that's a different story.
People say Jinbei's not even stronger than Sanji.
There's so many occasions where people do so many things. It's like, and especially you have to separate the types of Yonko there are as well.
Nah, they're all the same.
No, because Kaido and Big Mom are different archetypes of Yonko compared to Whitebeard and Shanks.
I know what they are. Right?
All right. So in conclusion, Mihawk does not move, and we're moving on.
All right.
That's ridiculous.
All right. Do we want to do more power scale stuff? We just want to move on to questions.
But at what point are we going to actually see Mihawk be definitively Emperor?
When he fucking fights Zoro.
When he cuts fucking.
I don't know what Oda has planned for Mihawk. So
when he cuts Kaido's arm off, like what's it?
I mean, I would like it. Like this is why I went for Shanks as well. I would like it if like the top tier people of the verse act like in the present timeline and not like lore actually did something.
No, they will. The final war, they'll all fight each other. Don't worry.
Okay. I mean, I don't. That's the thing I'm worried about with Shanks. I don't know if Shanks is actually going to do anything before like he loses to Blackbeard.
Won't lose to Blackbeard.
All right, there you go. Enough about the headcanons. All right, about Shanks.
We talked about this before. Just picture this in your mind: Luffy, the Pirate King. Shanks sees him be the Pirate King, a single tear, and then the story ends.
Oh, beautiful. No, I don't. For me, like I don't think that's basically impossible.
Why?
Because there's been a theme of the captains dying and the right hand man witnessing the era after them.
Don't worry about it.
But I don't know why the parallels have to repeat each other. Why do the parallels always have to repeat?
The entire show is dedicated to parallels.
Don't get into
this.
They
happen in a different way.
But like, wouldn't Luffy breaking
the
parallel cycle make him the ultimate character?
What do you mean ultimate character?
So Roger failed because he couldn't do the One Piece, whatever. He got sick, so the crew had to disband. The captain dies, the right hand man takes over, whatever. Right? What if Luffy should be able to break that cycle, right? Because Luffy's the child who's gonna fucking do it, right?
The reason that won't work is because Luffy's counterpart to the narrative also has that aspect to him as well. We know Blackbeard wants to defeat Shanks. Blackbeard is more important than Shanks.
Yeah, in that kind of character motivations, yeah, you could say that, but I don't think it necessarily has to happen for just because of parallels. Like, is it satisfying? Is it satisfying?
It doesn't make us hate Blackbeard more. Yes.
Would it?
I don't know if I would hate Blackbeard for that.
Killing Shanks, come on.
I mean, I wouldn't hate him. Because I don't know. Like I don't know if Blackbeard's really that hateable.
Blackbeard so sweaty in Marineford, maybe the sweatiest man.
No, Arcade is the sweatiest man.
I think Blackbeard's overconfident and stupid.
We're moving on.
Wasn't overconfident when he met Shanks though. Very, very cautious.
He was
very cautious.
He saw Sengoku. He saw Alkainu. He wasn't sweating at all. He saw Shanks. He ran.
Yeah, I think he knows that Shanks is the counter to him until he finds the solution.
Exactly, because Shanks is stronger than Admirals. And there you go.
There's a reason why Shanks is above everyone else.
Exactly. Shanks is the god king.
I don't know. I think Shanks is probably the strongest Yonko, but you can make a case for, I would say like maybe Kaido or something.
Fuck, I hope he turns up on Marineford and just destroys.
In Wano.
I really want to see. I don't think there are enough top tiers for other top tiers to get
destroyed.
Current feats defeating them.
Yeah.
But I really want to see Shanks in action before
100%. We need to see it.
We have to see Shanks in action. Which I don't know if we're going to see. I guess we will at this point. Roger in action.
No, you won't see Roger in action.
Now let me ask you a question, Drizzts. Is Dragon losing his luster in the story?
Yes.
Because he isn't doing fucking anything, and he's just sitting there.
He should have been
at Mary Jo. What's he doing? What's he doing?
I don't know. Like I like Dragon, but honestly, I don't know what the justification is for him just like the leader of the revolutionaries
And
declaring
him
war,
being
like, you know,
insanely strong. Like, what's the
for me.
justification? Yeah, like, why is he fucking here?
I
What's he
don't know.
doing?
Maybe
Yeah.
there's an actual reason for it, but he's like chilling on Transvestite Island, just like, you know, I don't.
You can't.
Honestly.
Maybe he knows you can't put the king in enemy territory. All right, maybe he knows that.
Yeah, but like you put your right hand. Like if he loses them, they're like his organization's dead.
But he lives. Maybe he's that kind of guy. I don't
Anyway,
know.
we're in the power scale at the moment.
Yeah,
which-
exactly. Enough of the power scale. Mihawk stays, and that's it. We're moving on. All right.
Very well.
All right. Questions. We'll stay for the questions. We don't have that many this
Yeah.
week. All right. First question from Seawell. So when the camera pans back to Mihawk, classic Drizzts question right here.
Yes.
And there are oceans of dead marines around him, will you be breathing hard, or will you not be breathing hard? How hard will you be when it goes back to Mihawk and everything's destroyed? How hard will you be, Drizzts? Will you have a heart attack?
I love Mihawk. The thing is though, like I don't know, it's probably mostly going to be fodder. I'm going to be excited because Mihawk's going to be doing stuff. But
Exactly. Mihawk
you
on
know,
the loose. We all love it.
Yeah, I really want Mihawk to like
Yeah.
actually show why he's
Drizzts,
the world's strongest swordsman.
We
and fuck
talked
someone
about
up.
this. We talked about this when the SSG were revealed. All right. I was saying it makes no sense that they're not at least first commander level.
That's insane. That's insane. There's no fucking way they're first commander
First
level.
commander level?
Why bring them into the story this late?
SSG are not commander level. You're out of your fucking
They're
mind.
supposed to counter.
Commander level.
They're supposed to counter.
What? They could be commander level, I suppose.
They're
First
supposed,
commander level legends.
they're supposed to
No,
replace the war-
I'm not saying first commander level.
Eric-
because
Eric's
that's a
saying-
very
Eric's saying.
big
I'm
difference
saying,
between first
I'm saying,
commander and
I'm
every
saying
other
first commander. They're supposed to replace legends such as Mingo, such as Mihawk,
Boa.
such as Boa, or Boa, such as
You could have an army. You could have an army of veteran, fucking, other level characters and still get the same
I was
effect.
saying the
I
Navy.
think that would be too strong.
The Navy need more dudes for revolutionaries in the Straw Hats to fight in the final war.
Yeah, but come on, we're talking fucking Katakuri level dudes out of fucking nowhere, out of Vegapunk's asshole.
It's like, I don't know.
What are you
other
talking about?
Like, I would totally agree with you if it was like third or second commanders, but like first commanders are so much stronger than all the other commanders.
Yeah,
though.
science, baby, Vegapunk.
Vegapunk instant top tier if he makes those.
Yeah, fuck
Instant
yeah.
top
If he
tier.
made first command, I mean, like that would be absolutely ridiculous.
Instant top tier character. Like his mind is too broken.
Ridiculous, all right? He's been broken the entire story.
Sure, but like that's insane. Like going from pacifista to first commander level.
But like even when pacifists were supposed to be intimidating, whenever they got to like Marineford, they were actually strong.
Yeah,
and
Bo-
people, they were getting one shot.
Bo just one-shotting them non-stop.
If you
Yeah.
make first commander level,
Let's look
like,
at
oh my
let's look at
God.
Judge. Judge made ETG, right? And Judge is shit ass.
Yeah, but that was a time investment. Fucking Vegapunk's made this shit in 2 years.
Vegapunk's the god science of the birds. You
too
don't know how
much.
long this has been
It's
cooking.
too much. It's too much. All right, it's too much.
I mean, it's possible, but I would honestly be surprised.
All right.
Like that would be crazy.
Moving on to Blackbeard Entertainment's question. Do you guys think it's possible that Odin has been silhouetted so many times because Momo is going to be aged up and look like his father? Look about that possibility.
Why would that matter?
That wouldn't really matter.
Save the design? I don't know. Maybe
Yeah,
like...
yeah, in the context of that question, that's irrelevant. I think.
Okay, so I think Odin's been silhouetted because Oda wants us to wait till the flashback,
Sure.
basically.
Which is not a good thing to do.
Which is
Yeah,
not-
I know, it's annoying as shit.
I was saying that he was gonna evolve.
I mean,
like-
not seeing the
Dun,
yeah,
Well, he will. We should see him young, middle-aged.
old, yeah, and prime and that kind of stuff. But here's the thing, right? Not seeing a character makes you less invested in him because you don't know what he looks like. You don't get the design.
You don't see any facial expressions.
Well,
or
Yeah,
Well,
exactly. It's hard as fuck to
Well,
get
it's a
invested.
matter of like if you just
Yeah.
tease it too much, it gets to the point where it's like you're not.
Now,
it
some
just like it's too much.
some people saying he's been silhouetted so much because he's a character we already know.
No.
Some people saying Green Bull. That's crazy theory territory.
That's absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
Drizzts, comments on Denjiro being Mayhawk, and what are your thoughts on that?
What?
Is Mayhawk Denjiro?
Don't insult Mihawk by putting him to the same sentence as those shit scabbards.
Wait,
Yeah.
man, he's passed, alright? He grew
what he
stronger.
is.
Why not? It's possible. It's possible.
Dude,
Mihawk is-
don't. please, do
Mihoku
not-
is not Japanese, right? He's very
Yeah,
he's very
Mihawk's not
Eastern.
Japanese,
He's very Eastern
but-
European, all right?
It would be the biggest insult to me if Mihawk. Oh my god, those guys are so trash. Please.
Also, on Twitter, some dude sent me a picture of Roger's sword and Shanks' sword, and it looks similar. Thoughts?
aren't they all sabers?
Yeah, they're all generic swords. I'm not really.
I mean, he doesn't really have like the most generic sword of all time. It's like a
No,
sword
but
too.
like Shanks has like the handle around the base of the
It's
sword.
so generic. It's so hard to tell.
I think it's possible. Griffin
I
fits
don't know,
more
dude.
Roger.
I
than
think it's kind of
Roger.
like I think just like Roger just had a sword. Just like I don't know if he's an actual swordsman, dude.
I mean,
Yeah,
if he swung it, people would die.
I feel like it's like Blackbeard having 3 guns on his belt and he never uses them.
We'll never see.
Also, Ace having a knife that he never uses.
I mean, it could be like one of those things where it's like he used. It's kind of like how like Whitebeard is most remembered for his fruit, but he had a Pacento.
Yeah,
That was legendary.
One of those.
legendary.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, okay.
After the fact.
Yeah,
He's bad,
exactly.
man.
Exactly. All right. From Calvin T. First of all, is Christian co-host not... Christian is the co-host, not the guest. Put some respect on his name. There you go, Eric.
Fuck you, you're still a guest.
All right. Put some respect on my name.
When this show is edited properly, all right,
Yeah.
and it put out 100% correctly,
Yeah.
you'll still be the guest.
Okay. So what's the incentive? I don't know.
I told you, all right?
All right.
I told you, I need that 5,000 signature.
We don't have 5,000 subs. I think it's unfair.
I need that 5,000 signature
Okay.
to take it seriously,
All
to
right.
consider it.
All right. Also, he has something for Eric.
Mm.
If you diss my boy Sanji one more time, I'm gonna fly over to Australia and hit ya with an anti-matter kick course. All right? He's sick of you dissing his boy Sanji.
Sanji slander is welcome.
We always just
We always meme Sanji. We don't actually mean it because we always meme him that he doesn't get a fight.
We want to see Sanji get a fight.
I mean, he doesn't.
Will he fight? Will he finally fight Daifuku in Wano?
Yeah.
Extreme diff.
All right. There we go. He just wants to know when I'm going to respect my name.
According to King of Lightning, all right, Zoro required Emma to get up to Reitsu Sanji.
That's
level.
insanity. We don't bring up insanity on the podcast.
Yeah, I don't believe that one.
All right. From Bill Nguyen. Do you see the Udon prisoners in the... You can see the Udon prisoners in the background from where the scabbards are standing. Can you? Is that last chapter? I don't know if that's accurate.
I didn't pay attention enough to look.
I don't think that's
I would have to go back
accurate.
and reference it.
We'll check that out after the
I
show.
didn't notice it at first,
Yeah.
but I could have missed it.
So then where is Hyo and the prisoners? We don't know how long... What's he saying here? This is a hard question to decipher. So we want to know where Hyo and the Udon prisoners are in the timeline right now.
It took Big Mom like 6 days to get to Udon from the fucking...
It was like 3. Also, yeah, we talked about this last week. Like, technically the scabbards were the first ones that were supposed to be there. So they haven't arrived yet. So Hyo and the prisoners are on their way, I guess. Yeah, the timeline's all weird because we're going back and forward in time. We're doing all fucking scabbards walking across the desert. Fucking, we're going to be there first. And then we have Frankie and Ports on the other side of Wano. It's a mess.
The scabbards gotta relax. They cry at the drop of a pin.
That's also true.
Yeah, I actually have a question. About that time, were you guys surprised at the fact that Orochi, untouched, was able to like just start stealing to Onigashima?
No, I think
I'll tell you what I was, because like I thought this would be relevant. This is like one of like the reasons why Robin basically off-screened everything she did. Is that she said like Orochi wakes up at this time every day.
Well, she's just getting
it was like in context. I guess it was like
the plan is the plan.
Some kind of like sabotage or something.
The plan was always to attack.
Also, I was expecting Kid to do something to Orochi before the battle, but like, all right, where's Kid? No one knows.
Kid? Yeah, Kid's MIA.
He doesn't seem like the man that would plan things.
Yeah, but exactly. So why didn't he just attack the capital? Where's the fuck is Kid?
Where's Kid's ruthless
nature and anger?
From?
Where's Kid?
Maybe he met up with.
Well, we haven't seen Apu in the Fire Festival yet. Maybe he's dead.
Apu's dead already, off screen. No one cares about Apu. No one really,
Maybe Kid's just torturing
If Hawkins can get off screen, then they can kill Apu.
I don't think Hawkins is dead, right?
I like how that room had nothing wrong with it. Law just did a sneaky fucking.
Yeah, Law just did a sneaky slash. We all know that. All right, it wasn't a fight. We all fucking know that. All right, how did he get the Sea Stone off, or did Hawkins fuck it up? We don't know. All right, there you go.
I hope I want to see more of Hawkins. I like Hawkins a lot.
Yeah, I think he's joining the alliance at some point, so we'll see.
Do you think he'll join a crew, or is he one?
He's joining the alliance. What do you mean?
Yeah, I know, but like, is it just going to
Hawkins
be
is
the
like, I don't
Hawkins
know.
Pirates, or?
Well, you know, the probability shit, and he's already seeming like he doesn't really trust the alliance he's in with Kaido and shit. With that conversation now with Law.
And he seems almost regretful about what happened with Kid and Apu.
Yeah, so I think he's gonna go back to the Kid alliance if Kid will have him. I don't know if Kid's gonna have him anymore.
Didn't Kid say he was done with alliances?
That's true,
Yeah,
but
Kid's an edgy man and reckless.
I mean,
I think
anything
he-
can happen. Hawkins is
yeah.
kind of like in a weird situation. I don't know if he would be like alliance material or if he's just like I don't
Third
know.
party? You think he's just gonna be third
Hawkins is-
party?
yeah,
I
maybe.
just want to also bring up something. Oda's trying to turn Drake's character when he massacred Tama's village. I don't know.
I mean, that was you know deployed on mission.
I didn't kill anyone. he just-
Didn't actually kill anyone. You know all
He
that kind of
defeated
bullshit.
5 samurai or whatever
Yeah,
it was.
quote unquote defeated. Never said murdered. So
All right.
you know, apparently Law doesn't kill anyone. So there you go.
Yo, speaking of Drake, the
Yeah.
you guys know about like the Akainu sword stuff, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
The tattoo and
How do you
yeah.
feel about like because like Kobe's in sword too, so basically
That's the
Kobe's working
problem.
for-
Like, I don't know why Akainu would recruit Kobe to his
Listen,
ultra secret organization
I
that
think
goes
the
against
tattoo-
CP0.
I think the tattoo is being overblown a little bit.
Yeah,
Like, does it actually really make
Like
sense
how
that
much?
Akainu doesn't seem the dude that'd be in Sword. Sword seems to be the good side of the Marines.
I think Sword's the good
I don't know
guys.
if Akainu
Well,
fits
I don't
that
think
mold.
Akainu's a bad guy.
I think Akainu's changed. Like his character's kind of changed in the post time skip. Maybe
Yeah.
the realities of the job has like changed his character, and now he
I
actually
think that
hates the
Akainu
scene.
will just do whatever it takes to do what he thinks is right. But like
Yeah,
during like in the aftermath of Just Rosa, I mean, like he was the person that was like most frustrated with the Gorosei and the politics
Yeah.
getting in the way of him doing
So
stuff.
maybe he'll
his
turn
sword
on him.
makes sense.
because the sword unit to me seems like the Marines' answer to the CP0, and the Marines trying to get their own intel uncensored.
I
So
think
it's an anti in a way. It's like an anti-government group.
Anti-Marines,
Yeah.
Wouldn't there be a GARP operation? I think GARP would lead that.
Oh,
Seems more-
Kuzan. We all know he's not really with Blackbeard. We all think
Smoker
he's.
can't be in it because Smoker didn't know Kuzan was in it. Or-
That's
yeah,
also
right.
true.
so it's-
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of things about Sword, but very
think-
interesting. Very interesting.
Guaranteed, take Kuzan out of the revolutionaries, put him in Sword.
I think that's a good call. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right.
For sure.
Moving on to the next question. From Helling? All right. Hi, Helling. If Kaido had the egg fruit version like Tamago's fruit, Kaido was killed 38 years ago and then went into the egg on Roger's ship that carried him out of the... And then he got released on Wano and hid
don't
until
understand what's
5
going on.
years later and took Wano over.
Good meme.
I mean, he gives us a capper at the end, so that's his. Do you think this is a possibility? No, all right. Well, he's not. He doesn't have.
Shout out to the egg on Roger's ship.
All right, so
right?
the egg on Roger's ship. Everyone loves it. They think it's Kaido.
It's just a building, all right? There's nothing. It's just
But
the
they think that's
egg-shaped
Kaido,
building.
but Kaido was
Exactly.
Yeah.
He just made up a headcanon theory of how it's possible, right? That he was defeated in dragon form and turned back into the
thought,
egg.
I thought the headcanon was that everyone just assumed that was Uranus.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
also popular headcanon. But it was popular for a while that it was Kaido. Yeah.
Until we got timeline stuff.
And the fact that he's a human, not a dragon. But, there you go.
Right. I mean, he could still. I mean, technically, I guess. It's
Shout
not
outs-
confirmed, but
Shout out to
heavily-
look. What do you think about the thing in the community where everyone's trying to get W's as fast as possible and not thinking about it? Because people were saying that Odin had the straw hat in his
and then
silhouette.
didn't look at the
Yeah,
same
and then
page.
Shanks has the same straw hat on in that chapter.
Yeah.
What
I
are you
mean,
doing? Could you relax?
Yeah, I think people like now that like people are just like getting back into theories essentially, they just like want to get their credit.
Yeah. And
yeah,
people
we'll talk about this early in the show. Like, a person had a question for us about it. Like, what's the deal with, like, what happened to the theories? Are they dead or are they coming back? Because it used to be on YouTube, the main
Yeah.
One Piece content was theories, but now it's more like live reactions, basically.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I have my own opinions on that. I think that theories essentially died as a result of the fact that we're in Wano, and this is not a shot at Wano's quality. This
Yeah.
is because of the fact that before Wano was the most talked about thing like ever.
Yeah.
everything Wano has been talked about a lot.
Yeah, we've already talked about basically everything that can
I
happen.
think they're coming back because of rocks, because of the past.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
coming back, but at the same time, the content creators are different now.
Yeah,
People really like discussions,
yeah,
Character analysis and stuff.
character analysis, theme analysis, arc analysis. Theories are cool and stuff. But like a lot of discussions nowadays just like include theories on the sides because
yeah,
you're talking about larger topics and not just like a 4-minute video where just like here's my idea, boom,
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
yeah.
And
All right.
basically the biggest content creators Brago at this point in time.
Bro,
Obvious.
shout outs to 50,000.
Bro,
Yeah,
shout outs to
amazing.
Law, Brago D Law.
Getting the recognition he deserves, finally.
B.D.A. Law, shout
Yeah,
out to B.D.A. Law.
Really happy for him.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, good on Brago, man. He deserves all the
He
all
does.
the-
I mean, he works.
all the
hard into
YouTube
numbers.
money, deserves it. All right,
Yeah, all that YouTube money.
all the YouTube money. All right, all right,
I don't know if he gets copyrighted or not. He uses a lot of stuff.
all right,
It's a double speed. I see what he's doing.
all right. He's trying to yeah.
He's trying to dodge a duck.
All right. From Jordan Lee, question corner. What do you think were Whitebeard, Big Mom, and Carter's position on the rock ship? Do you think they had, straw hat like positions, or was it just combatant?
Weapons.
Just battle people?
That
I
ship.
think they were all just battle dudes.
That ship must have been.
Maybe
Well, the way it
Big
was
Mom's the
described was
cook.
that
I
they all
don't
were
know.
basically at each other's throats. It's not like they were all
Yeah.
like cool with each other to the point where it's like,
I
yeah,
asked
I'll do this, you do that.
I asked Morgan O'Hara this question, Drizzts. Why do you think Blackbeard, not Blackbeard, Whitebeard was on that ship? For a
Well, yeah.
like, is that like the best family he could find?
It could be like it depends on what the charisma of Rocks is like. Maybe
Yeah.
it depends. Maybe Whitebeard wanted to go do something, or like he needed. It depends what his motivations were.
Also, like, I think the
yeah.
relationship with Big Mom and Carter is similar to Sora and Sanji, because like Big Mom, Big
Sibling
Mom,
kind of thing.
Big
going-
Mom makes reference to like the good old days and like the past, and now they're friends again. So like, was it really like some sort of crazy anger towards each other, or was it just like a rivalry? Like we don't actually know like the
Yeah, I
situation.
mean,
Oh, they 100% fucked. There's no doubt.
Oh, okay. Eric's calling it.
100%.
Shipping Carter, Big Mom. Shipping
I
it.
mean, Big Mom's essentially a whore, so
Okay.
She's got 30 children by now.
She gets what she wants, all right? She gets what she wants.
Ah, the children.
All right,
they don't
Katakuri.
have anything.
Shout outs to Hebby. Just want to throw that out.
Okay. She has to heavy.
Heavy's amazing.
Okay, there you go. You missed her.
Yeah, but,
You
Going
missed her on
back
the
to
show.
Whitebeard real quick, I think
Yeah.
maybe Whitebeard like he had an idea of what he wanted to do, but I think like Rocks just like beat everyone into submission.
Maybe
essentially.
Whitebeard
Or
Jr.
his
is so
charisma was so
dumb.
great they all just came under him.
Maybe Whitebeard Jr. is so dumb because he's a Lillian, a Charlotte.
That's crazy. Miss Bucky, nothing to
Ooh.
do with it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, also, did you see the image of Captain John, Silver Axe, and the Chinese guy in
Yes.
Thriller Bark?
I did. I don't know how I feel about it, but it's like that's.
I
Really
guess
good
it makes
discovery.
sense.
I guess that's Oda like playing the long game, where he just like drew these characters. I mean, we knew the name of Captain John in
Yeah, we knew.
in Thriller Bark. We knew it was in Thriller Bark, but the other
We've known
guys.
Captain John's origin for like basically like how he died for a while. So I think
Yeah.
these guys are just like people that are supposed to be quote unquote famous,
Legends.
but I don't think
Yeah.
we're gonna learn anything about.
Yeah,
them
I think it's
whatsoever.
just a cool reference. I'm not necessarily sure if it was like a Oda mastermind play. This is a cool reference in the story that he just chucked in.
Mm.
What do you?
Shout outs to the zombie generals that get defeated by a bridge.
Captain John, legendary pirate. Not apparently
Captain
noticed.
John, though,
Yeah,
his treasure that's very important now.
probably Poneglyph. What do you reckon? What do you reckon it is?
I think it has to be
gold.
greater than that to some extent.
Do you think it's ancient weapon? Or
Doesn't
that
make-
kind of big?
Nah, I don't know, but we already know where like. two of
Well,
the
doesn't
ancient
make
weapons
doesn't make Buggy Emperor when he
Will it make Buggy Emperor?
for a meme, it could potentially be that, but I feel like I don't know. It depends on like what everything Rocks because like they experimented in quote unquote taboo stuff.
yeah.
Whatever Captain John's treasure is, I feel like it has to correlate to what they were doing, or that entire
I don't
organization.
I think it's gonna be like some bullshit like Captain John's treasure was the journey itself, just to meme Buggy.
Oh my god!
Like if Buggy gets memed that hard.
I could see that.
Yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen to Buggy. But like that's for the ultimate gag, alright?
Do you? I don't think I've heard your opinion on Blackbeard being Zebek's son and shit. What do you think about that?
Well, I was the first one to say it 7 months
Okay.
ago.
There you go.
There you go. Drizzts the theorist coming out strong.
Yeah,
Is that
I was actually the first person to say it.
Is that a shot at JB?
Well, I told JB that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
shit.
Shout out. Shout out.
Video. We're in the chat talking about
Dritz
it.
better get his.
I gave him the translation as well for some stuff.
Dritz better get his recognition. All right, recognition.
I
And
was
cut.
the first. I will say.
All right,
I
and
was the
cut.
first. I was the OG with it. I was also right about a lot of the stuff too.
Okay.
But
Dritz claiming the W's.
I argued that he was either the son of Rox or like in some way connected during the point in time when we knew nothing.
Sure. Like
I
inherited
think
his
some
will
makes
or
a lot
some
of
shit.
sense.
Yeah.
Like whatever it was.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of it makes sense because I mean, Ace took on Rouge's name. We don't know
Sure.
what Blackbeard's mother was like, and obviously his name isn't Rox.
Yeah.
He could have taken his mother's maiden name, and the D's. I mean, Roger and Rouge were both D's, and they had a child together. It could be that Zebek also found another D.
Nami and Luffy having a child together because they're both D's.
I mean, I think Nami might be a D actually,
Okay.
but
I didn't
whatever
do-
it is, it might be related to whatever was going on with the slave ships.
Yeah, that's a weird like wrinkle to throw in. Will we find out about that later?
Well, it actually ties into the real life Blackbeard.
I think
Yeah,
we'll find out
yeah.
more about the God Valley if it is indeed supposed to parallel Wano battle. Like Big Mom and Carter should have flashbacks of like Garp beating their ass compared to Luffy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be very, very important. I feel like, I don't know. Do you guys think he's the actual son, or is he just like?
Yeah.
It's possible, but
Oda goes out of his way
yeah.
to be like, fuck real parents.
But like, I think it's possible with Blackbeard because the timeline matches up, and like Blackbeard had a bad childhood, and he was alone and that kind of stuff.
It's fine.
He seemingly
What do you
knows
think
he
about this
knows a
idea?
lot. He knows a lot about the taboo subjects of the world. So like that relates to
So
Rox
I
as
would
well.
much rather him be the son than this idea, which is something that I was talking to people about, including
Sure.
JB. It's the fact that Zebek, in some way, shape, or form, basically like Voldemorted his way.
I
into
just talked
Blackbeard's
about
body.
that. I
Christian
just
just
talked
memed
about
that, like,
I just
20
memed that
Yeah.
theory 20 minutes ago. Yeah.
Where it's like the reason Blackbeard knows everything because he already has an entity that's basically telling him all.
And the reason
all
why
the
you can have two
frequency.
devil fruits, yeah. And the reason why you can have
Right,
two devil
yeah.
fruits, yeah.
I don't really like that idea. I
Nah,
feel like it
me
takes away from
either.
Blackbeard as a
Yeah.
character.
I just memed it, but I don't really like.
It's
Yeah.
being done weird, stupid. How does that make sense in terms of what does he have a devil
Hockey
fruit?
ghosts, hockey ghosts,
Hockey ghosts.
hockey
I mean,
ghosts.
Oda can make it make sense in a way, but for me, if that ended up being the case, it would basically like Zebek is the guy and Blackbeard is just the
The
lackey.
vessel, yeah. He's just a vessel, yeah.
I don't know. I'm biased. I really enjoy Blackbeard's character, so
Yeah,
I want it to be about him.
I want it to be about Blackbeard, yeah, that's true. I don't want it to be about Zebek and
Chris,
his
what do you think
bullshit.
Blackbeard's dream is? Because you don't actually have his dream. Is it to be king of the world, or is it to be the pirate king?
It's got to be more than that, I think.
I think it's gonna be like to reveal the secrets of the world. I think that's his
Joke,
dream.
destroy everything,
Whatever it
chaos.
is, I think it's the wrong choice. Like
Yeah.
I think basically to serve as an opposite to Luffy, it has to be like what Rayleigh said was once you learn everything, you basically have a decision to make. Blackbeard's gonna have the wrong
Well,
choice.
do you think it's going to be like mirrors? Because you know how the Navy have like different senses of justice. Do you think like the Revolutionary Army can have different
basically,
senses
yeah.
of
I think
freedom
it's going to be
compared
like
to
a mirror,
Luffy?
where it's like he had a good idea, but the way he did it was bad.
Yeah, so like being free is ultimate chaos instead of like choices or whatever. I don't know, something.
Yeah.
It'll be complex. I don't have that like a full on answer for it at this point in time. I don't like. 'Cause, like, what was Zebek's actual goal with being the king of the world? How much did he really know?
Yeah,
Why
did
is
he
that
know?
even important, being
Did he
the king of the
know?
world?
Did he know about Aimu? Did he know about that kind of situation? You know, those kind of
Is he
questions.
is he Aimu?
Is he Aimu? It's
I don't
possible. Maybe. You know, maybe. I doubt it though. All right.
I also doubt it.
Moving on to the next question from Haifa Sama. For once, Christian sounds 1,000 times better. Official host of the show now. Is that confirmed?
No.
Is that confirmed? Is that
That's
confirmed?
absolutely not canon.
I think that's confirmed. All right.
It's in the
From
books.
from Hebihime, the ultimate waifu.
Yeah.
Do you think Kirishiro could still backshab Orochi and take over the capital with Hiyori? Yeah, it's possible. I mean, Kirishira's on his own, so he's gonna be up to things. Is this the point that he takes over in the coup, so we don't actually have to go back to the capital and liberate it?
Or we fight
possible.
Kirishira here before we take on Kaido.
Mm,
Just to delay the plot even further.
maybe.
Go
maybe.
back. Why would you go back to the capital?
Yeah, I
though?
know. Why would you go back to the
I guess
capital?
as much as you can make up
The
for why
straw hats are captured in the prison.
Nah, come on, come on.
Fucking wasting my time.
I think Kirishira releases the samurai in the capital prison, starts massive chaos in the capital, distracts Orochi.
Well,
He
this
has
is
to
the
think
thing,
about
hang
what's going on.
For anyone to do anything before the festival, before the dinner starts, will ruin the plan.
Yeah, well, wait till the dinner starts. What do you mean?
Okay.
Yeah, Kirishira on his own for a reason. He's gonna do dodgy shit.
Now, do you think?
I hope it's more than him just freeing the people, man.
Yeah. Do you think?
Yeah,
when
he's gonna
Kaido-
do something. He's gonna do
Do you
something.
think when Kaido demanded his designs for his mansion, whose idea was it to do the skull? Was it?
It's naturally occurring skull, right?
No, but he made the mansion. Is the mansion inside the skull, or is
Yes,
that what?
all right. The mansion's inside the skull.
He's kind of like, I demand a skull mansion.
He could have been. Maybe he's like really picky.
Maybe he got Pika over from
He's like, I
Dressrosa to.
demand all my
sculpt it.
commanders to be in leather.
Put the
Yeah.
sofa over there.
Yeah, pretty much. Kaido, he has his aesthetic on lock at least. You can say that.
Lots of furs, lots of leather.
Yeah.
It's very.
Very Mad Max esque. All right.
Yes. Why are they like that? And he's in Wano gear.
Yeah.
Everyone else in Wano gear.
Everyone's in like weird Mad Max gear, and like Kaido's the only Japanese man in that crew. I guess.
I don't
All
know,
right.
dude.
From Ghost of Lothar. Oh wait, from Margin first. Are you guys gonna read the Ace novel when it comes out in the West? Yeah, I'll grab it. It is confirmed to come out in the West soon. It's officially gonna be translated, so grab it.
Are you counting that as canon, Christian?
It's hard because I gotta do more research on who wrote it. Did Oda write the whole fucking thing, or did he provide notes? Is it a fucking Boruto situation where he's providing notes, but is he actually writing it? All those kinds of questions.
Prince, I don't know if you know this, but a couple of weeks ago, Christian demanded that Vivre cards and data books be erased from history as non-canon.
I demand it.
Well,
how
it's
you
like
feel about that.
how we interpret it, or as actual items
Because
that exist.
because they're promotional materials. Are they actually from the voice of Oda? Are the editors doing it? We don't fucking know.
Well, we've been told that Oda has a direct hand in everything that goes along with that.
Yeah,
all right.
we've been told. Do we know? No.
Do you believe that, Drizzts?
Yeah.
With the things we've learned, yeah, I don't think the editors are smart enough to come up with half that shit.
Okay. All right.
Doesn't trust the editors.
Well, the editors have
No,
lied on
The
multiple
editors are
occasions.
clowns.
Yeah, editors are clowns.
They suck, dude. Like they can't come up with half that stuff. I guarantee it. Oda's got to be giving them the answers.
I think, well, yeah. Well,
But
it's hard to
with you
tell.
in
Yeah.
the sense that they should not be things to begin with, to the extent that they haven't. They should be like those useless knockoff things.
Yeah.
Important, meta-defining ideas.
I
should
think
not
it's
be coming out
also
of
hard when you
those.
translate Japanese to English and what's the
Oh yeah, I
intent.
mean, some things don't have an actual translation, so it's
Yeah.
like, what's the close equivalent to it?
Yeah,
That's-
it's there's too many variables to make it. Like, it's not coming from the main source. The Vivre cards can't be the main source of an argument, right?
I mean, they can, because I mean, it depends. I mean, there's a lot more to go off in some of the Vivre cards than there is some stuff in the story, because we know Oda's never going to get to it.
Yeah, I guess, but like, it's too many variables for me to confirm or deny anything based off it.
Yeah.
I mean, I would rather all of the important stuff be revealed in canon.
Yeah,
And that this is the same way I felt about, like, movies. Like whenever I was kind of irritated at Stampede, if you remember,
yeah.
I was like, this type of stuff should be in canon.
Yeah,
not
but
just
they're
in
not
movies.
really canon though. They are, but they
they're
are.
like, it's non-canon with canon elements. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know, which is like irritating.
Yeah, but it's like the Japanese concept of canon is kind of like a Western ideal that doesn't really translate to Japan. Like canon,
Yeah, essentially.
yeah. So like, it's kind of a weird situation over there with like
They like
movies.
what is other stories.
Yeah, like Gaiden stories, yeah. But like, that's enough about that, alright? Moving on. From Lothar. What would you guys' ideal OP movie be? Excluding canon events. What would your fun One Piece movie be? just the crew fucking around, going to an island, well written, well directed, good animation.
Character in every movie.
Okay.
I don't know.
I want a movie
Heroin.
where we don't have to deal with bullshit kids and their plotline, and we just mainline the villain and the Straw Hats. That's all we need.
Just
we don't
give every
need
a fight. That's basically it.
we don't need fucking some population that needs to be saved, some
You haven't
kid.
seen any movie, have you?
I've seen like 3 or 4 of them, but I have
You haven't seen the good ones.
voluntarily skipped most of the movies because, like, this is my opinion. I've only seen a couple, and some of them are for completely biased reasons. Other ones, I just happen to see them. But I don't think the One Piece movies are good.
Yeah,
My
they're
opinion.
not great.
I've watched a decent amount of anime movies. I don't really think there are that many good anime movies because, like, the way the medium works, it's like everything that happened there it's like a miniature version of what's already happened in the canon material, except worse.
Like, just look at fucking Strong World. It's basically Arlong Park, but worse.
It's Arlong Park 2.0.
Z's kind of required though.
Z's its own thing, yeah. Z's its own thing.
It kind of gives you a little taste of the Akainu thing and Kuzan.
Z's a good. I think Z's a good watch. Z's a good watch.
I haven't watched Z. I haven't watched what I think many people consider the best is the Baron Omatsuri, whatever it is.
Yeah, the candy fucking villain. Yeah,
I've heard that one's really good. I know what happens in it because I've read manuscripts for it.
Yeah.
I just never wanted to watch it myself. But I don't know. Like, my perfect One Piece movie would be things that it would have to be absolutely made by Oda, but I wouldn't want them to be a villain.
Just fucking around.
Just Straw Hats fucking around.
Make it but only like character interactions and like stuff that we aren't basically going to get, where it's like the Straw Hats talking about stuff that happened in the past, their perspectives, or them finding out about stuff they didn't know happened.
So One Piece the drama.
Separated from each other.
One Piece the drama.
One Piece the crew's actually a family. The movie.
Could you imagine just taking over One Piece and all the editing?
I don't know how you sell that movie to anyone.
To anyone. What are you talking about?
How do you make a trailer for that movie? I don't know. How do you make a trailer?
Well, that's why the editors are so simple-minded. That's why like half the movies suck nowadays.
Yeah.
You need flashing lights as well, Drizzts.
Like, for my ideal One Piece movie, strip out the things we don't care about. Do we need to know about the village of winged people that are getting poisoned by fucking Shiki? No, we don't need that. Do we need the pirate crews gathering on a certain island for this ultimate evil plan that Shiki's going to unleash on the world? Not really, because it's not even relevant in the movie. It's like Shiki's got a 20-year plan. Okay.
But Strong World's bad. Why are you bringing up bad movies?
Okay. Z, we don't need the port with the kids.
The best part about Strong World is Nami, and that's about it.
We don't need the fucking duck character just to be there for sell merchandise.
Drizzts, what's your thoughts on Nami getting Prometheus as well as Zeus?
I hate it.
Yeah, I also hate it.
Because like I don't even like the way that
she didn't earn it, even though she didn't earn her getting upgrades from
Usopp. It's not even a matter
Usopp.
about earning it, because like you can justify it, and someone's like, "Oh, Nami's a thief," but she didn't even do anything herself, man.
She fucked up Orochi, I guess.
It's also more like a thing where it's like the power she got before Zeus didn't even matter. Like, why do I care now?
I mean, she's
never. Yeah, it's kind of true.
Nami's one of the most
but Nami's never mattered, so
yeah.
Essentially, yeah.
Also, goes to Lothar. Another question: what is your top waifu in One Piece? You can't pick Robin. You can't pick Robin. No, you can pick characters in pre and post time skip. So like pre time skip Robin or post time skip Robin. So like you can choose different designs basically.
Monaco,
because of Shanks' connection, of course. Who do I like? I guess Nami. Post time skip, design wise.
What,
for obvious reasons.
Wait, post time skip Nami design wise?
I just like longer hair, but that's just personal preference.
Well, I mean, it is what it is. I think the pre-time skip Nami is vast superior in design for me, at least.
At what point though? What point are we talking?
Chapter 1.
Are we talking Shibondi or are we talking East Blue? Because there's a massive difference.
I think Nami's pre-time skip design overall, consistently throughout the entire pre-time skip, is way better.
Okay, because she starts turning into
more as a character.
She starts turning into post time skip around Shibondi. So like,
Well, I mean, her
yeah.
hair progressively gets longer, but it's
No, I'm
never
talking
like,
about the entire body shape and the whole design.
Yeah,
It
Otis
starts
style
changing. Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
half of that, yeah, it's just every
Yeah.
artist goes through a style change whenever they're.
Yeah. So I think,
drawing.
yeah, I'll
What about
go
when
with.
she
I'll
had
go with
huge
Nami.
feet, Drizzts? What do you think about
Yeah,
that?
fucking chapter 1. Oda's foot fetish comes out in full force.
I'm okay with it.
You okay with it? Okay.
Just
All
like-
right with it. All right. There you go.
She can stomp on me. I don't care.
Oh Jesus. Okay, there you go. Drits into that kind of.
Well, you didn't answer the question yet, Christian. Is your answer heavy?
I said Nami post time skip.
Oh, that's right. Next question.
All right. The original patron Guts. Top 3 strongest name characters. You can only use Shanks once. Well, obviously Shanks.
Shanks,
Number 1.
Bacon,
Okay. Shanks, Kaido, and we'll go Big Mom.
we all know Beckman's got a higher banner than Blackbeard, all right? That's
Okay.
fact. You can take
He
that to the
might
bank.
actually.
All right, that's my order. We'll go Shanks, Kaido, Big Mom. There you go. Dritz, do you want to put Mihawk in there? You want to put fucking Akainu in there? Top 3?
Is it strongest alive right now or strongest ever?
Top 3 strongest named characters. You could, I guess you could do dead characters.
You know, Dead is boring.
Dead's kind of
Dead's
weird
too
because
easy.
Dead's, yeah. I don't
Just
know.
like
Currently,
it's
living
like
characters, I
Roger,
would
White
say-
Big Garp. Top 3 Dead.
I don't know. For me, I would probably
also
go
good, but-
Shanks,
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Ainu, and Dragon or something like that.
There we
Okay,
go.
okay, there you go.
And
Dragon,
then, like,
I don't know,
Kaido would be
dude.
like tie for any one of those.
Dragon's kind of losing the ranks in my mind, like over
He's
time.
losing the ranks, but at the same point in time, like I'm not going to
I
take
think-
away what I think.
I think he's gaining. I think he's gaining ranks the longer he doesn't do anything.
I don't know about that, dude, because he just looks weird in this grand
He's
scheme.
relevant in the plot when he arrives, and he keeps
Okay.
on arriving later and later. So that just increases his
And
strength.
also, there's the whole, but like, I mean, like, it depends on how you think about like the whole bounty thing, though.
And he'd
Oh
be
yeah,
like,
strongest,
I mean,
highest bounty.
regardless of the
Yeah.
cons behind it, if he has the highest bounty and it's higher than Rogers, that's an actual ridiculous thing to think about.
yeah, but do you think the God Valley incident has anything to do with Dragon and Garp and the differences, or is that separate?
Ooh, yeah, I think that would be a good way to
Because
connect it.
because
a
that'd
really-
be about the slaves and stuff. So Garp protected
yeah,
them.
and you know,
Yeah.
you guys all know the meta theories about what Luffy's mom was like and shit like that. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it could be connected.
Yeah. Maybe she was a
That would be the way to
slave.
do it. Because it's
all
like,
that kinda
okay, so
shit.
why was specifically Garp brought in to protect that ship, even though
I'm
like,
gonna
they
say
didn't-
I'm gonna say Garp and Suryo had
And if you
had
think about it,
Dragon.
in the context of what we learned during that chapter, it was said that Roger and Garp coincidentally met up on the island. Means they both had reasons to get there at the same point in time.
Yeah.
And the focus is around those
I think
ships. So
we think Roger just was there.
Well,
to,
my theory
I think
is
he was there for a reason.
my theory is that the theory is that
but
you know,
I
it's
don't
called God Valley, and Celestial Dragons were there for some reason. I think there was some sort of ritual going on that island, and Roger and Rox found out about it, so they went to invade it, and they just coincidentally met each other all at the same place.
I feel like Roger.
Well, I don't know about that. I feel like it has to be deeper than that. With like, I feel like Garp went there because something was happening to someone
But,
he
like,
knew.
Why would the Celestial Dragons be on a random island in the New World for no
It's
reason?
the holiday house. I already told
It's the
you.
holiday island called God
No,
Island.
It's gotta
Yeah.
be more important than that.
God Valley is just a holiday location.
That's it, mate.
Okay, all right.
You go to. It's like
Actually,
Shabondi.
I think Zebek would be kind of similar to Blackburn in the sense where he's very, very scheming, and there's something that he wanted.
Yeah,
there.
I think all the Celestial Dragons gathered there for some sort of weird fucking ancient history ritual bullshit. Zebek found out about it. It's the quickest way to wipe out Celestial Dragons, so he invades, obviously. Roger's there because he's doing something with
why does
Takana
Roger-
Zebek.
But why does Roger have a problem with Zebek?
Because he doesn't want him to get the power of the world or some shit. I don't know.
Slaves and the Celestial Dragons to live.
Because it's not the right fight at the right moment. Because Zebek's the bigger threat.
But
or
we
some
don't know.
shit.
That's
Yeah.
actually a good question. We're
Yeah.
gonna have to find out. That's actually very interesting to think about.
Yeah. All right. Moving on from from the Blue Force podcast. We're gonna have to hit him with that copyright strike. You know, can't share the same name as us. All right. Favorite OP soundtrack. What is your favorite soundtrack from the One Piece anime? Overtaker's pretty good. Luffy's battle soundtrack when he does Gum Gum Bazooka.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Shanks' fucking entering the rainforest.
Of course.
What about the Navy thing every time they cut to it? What's that called?
The Navy theme.
Yeah.
I don't remember. We got Zora's theme classic, right? You know that
Zero's
theme.
theme is classic. Also, Ace's death theme, which the only time, like one of the only times it's been used in the series.
Also,
crescendo
bring
piano, that's
back
really
the
good.
classical music. When Luffy defeated Crocodile, and you got Dvorak's Ninth Symphony, the New World Symphony playing, fucking beautiful. Bring it back. Why don't they bring it back?
That was really good.
Bring back the
There are-
classical
there are a lot of
music.
really good OSTs,
It
yeah.
fits One Piece so well. Just bring it back, all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we answered that question. From Anthony Plan. What are the possibilities of getting all the Red Scabbards' backstory? Or just Kinemon, Kiku, and Karamatu? All of them?
You'll get Roger's you get Odin's interaction with them and how you recruit them.
Yeah, I think that's...
I'd agree.
I think,
You won't get individual flashbacks.
I don't think you can get like Kamatsu style flashbacks for all of them. I think that was a one-off thing
They're clearly all troubled individuals, so Odin had to do something
to get them on side. Yeah.
side.
Yeah.
So we'll probably see that connection.
All right. From hentai, from hentai is good. Will Kobe and Boa fight, or will they become friends?
Well, they both love Luffy, but
Well, I think Kobe's getting absolutely stomped by Boa. So
if Oda is serious about the Kobe Garp parallel, or Kobe must defeat Boa.
But come on, man, Kobe, like Boa's never gone in a fight, and then she gets defeated by Kobe.
Yeah, you have to sacrifice it. She has to.
Come on, man.
Drizzts hates women. That's a fact.
I don't hate women. Oda hates women.
No, I think Boa's way stronger than Kobe,
We're
just
talking
for
about
what
this
we've seen
before.
anyway.
It's like all these double-faced women. Do you think Oda's having trouble with his wife lately? Because back to back with Pudding and Kuromasaki.
I don't want to think too much about it, but I don't think it's necessarily related. It's just most like the style of men who are rich. I mean, Oda, if he works as much as we've heard that he works, I mean, he basically has no time to spend with his family. So,
Yeah.
even if he's giving his family basically everything that they need financially, they're still missing him.
Well, he's an artist, Drizzts, and everyone knows an
I
artist's
mean, everyone
first
knows
love
that
is a
Japan's such an
craft.
artist, so.
Everyone
Okay.
knows that.
All right. Enough about Oda and his personal life. All right.
Will we ever see him? Next time we see him, he's gonna have an 8-pack.
That's what he said. All right. That's what he said. All right. From Korf. Is the next Straw Hat going to be Christian? All right. Tragic backstory is that he never got to be the host, and his dream to become the host of the Red Force podcast seems like a perfect candidate. My sad backstory constantly being denied.
You
by-
are the man.
No, I keep on getting denied. This is the Arlong situation all over again. You say I have a certain goal, but when I get to that certain goal, you'll just change the goal.
I said I'll consider it when he hit 5,000.
All right.
So
This is an Arlong situation. You got to delete.
Yeah.
You got to somehow delete the petition. It's gonna go back to 0, and then I'm gonna have to get Drizzts over there to kick your head in. All right.
Drizzts can't fight me.
All right. Okay.
I'd beat your ass.
No, yeah,
Dude.
all right.
Drizzts, we had a question last week about you and
Checking.
versus King of Lightning and King Recon. I think you're getting destroyed.
Yeah, your ass is getting beat.
You're getting
It
destroyed.
depends how good of a backup is Tekken.
I mean,
Because I feel like Tekken could probably
Both-
tie with Recon.
Both
and I
of
think I
you,
could take King.
both of you would do.
you
better.
can take King. King's got that.
I have a heavy advantage over King.
King has the drop kick, Druids. I don't think you know the law of King's drop kick.
If he does drop kick, I win.
To be fair,
In
Drizzts,
actual fighting, if you land on the ground and I get on top, it's over.
Drizzts, to be fair, he's a gigantic man that probably outweighs you by a good 200 pounds.
There's no way.
That's a bit ridiculous, all right? That's a bit ridiculous.
Weigh like 102
That's a bit
pounds.
fucking ridiculous, all right?
I'm like 20.
Yeah.
Wow, 120. I guess King could be like 300.
Come on, man.
I'm taller than King. I'm faster than King. I don't think King has. I mean, I don't know. I think I would win in a fight versus King.
Maybe we'll isolate this segment and send it to King.
Definitely cutting it down and sending it to King.
All right, there you go. King, we'll start this debate. All right, there you go.
I mean, King's gonna say he's gonna win. I'm gonna say I'm gonna win. That's just how it's gonna be.
So are you the Zoro or the Sanji in the situation, Drizzts?
I would say I'm Zoro.
Oh,
So you're
okay.
stronger.
I mean, I think logically speaking, I think I'm stronger.
But you're not anticipating the X factor that is King Recon's hype, and getting King hyped up for the fight.
Yeah,
you know?
but the thing is, I have the ultimate weapon. I have the cringe.
And
That's
technically had the
true.
cringe as well.
Taking the cringe decoy, and the Drizzts comes in with a left hook.
And then does nothing because he's a weak man.
And then he breaks his wrist on Cole's face.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't know how to throw a punch. But there you go. Alright. That's how the fight goes down.
Well, we are actually, you guys saw the referee. I mean, we were talking about actual fight matchups. One of the best fight matches I can think of would be Matt B versus Brago.
That's a good fight matchup. That's a good fight matchup.
Would Brago
Because,
turn?
they're both around the same build in terms of body.
But would Brago turn? Would Matt turn up to that fight?
That's true. That's the point. Yeah.
I think Matt turned up to the race.
Okay.
So.
All right, there you go.
I think he would turn up to a fight, and I think Braga would win.
All right, that's the show. Questions done. Do you want to have a look at the chat? See what's going on there.
We're almost 3 hours here, Christian.
3 hours.
Almost. We're at 15
Drizzts-
minutes on 3 hours.
Drizzts derailed it.
We appreciate Drizzts being
Trish the
here.
Drizzts coon.
Drizzts, do you want anything? Do you have anything to say? Anything coming up on your channel? Anything going on?
It's all. I mean, it depends on what happens in the next 2 weeks.
When are you gonna do that Shanks analysis video? You gonna delete your channel?
It's maybe.
Why are you deleting your channel?
Because of that gig you might get.
Because that government gig.
Yeah, I might be forced to do that. So we'll see what happens.
You could just join the show.
Drizzts joining the evil cabal of the inner workings of the U.S. government. All right.
That's right. I don't know if they would make me do that, but I'd imagine they would.
Yeah, man, they might. Anyway, that's the show. Like, comment, subscribe. Go into the description. Click that link to my webcomic. Read it. Like it. Subscribe to it.
Drizzts, can you read it? Absolutely tear it apart.
I mean, he said he would read it at some point.
Yeah.
Christian's dumb. Christian's dumb webcomic.
Read it. I appreciate all kinds of feedback. We're only improving. All right, that's all I'll say.
We should have a chapter next week, Christian.
We should. Chapter coming out soon. Been decoyed this week by King of Lighting and other bullshit.
Yeah.
So it's very hard to do a weekly schedule. I'll tell you that.
I was talking about One Piece, Christian. I wasn't talking about your bullshit.
Okay. Right? Well, okay. Fair enough.
For what I know, we're not having a chapter next week.
It's this week. There's no chapter. Next week there's a chapter.
No, next week I also heard that there's no chapter.
Double break.
I've heard that Oda went on an extra week hiatus, and
the official says it's coming out the 20th. That's when the official says it's coming out.
Which is next week.
Yeah. So I don't know where you're getting this intel from.
I heard it was coming out the 21st.
Yeah, 20th.
Which is 1 week.
It's over. Yeah, because of the official.
I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, because the official comes out Monday. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Then,
yeah. There you go. That's the show. Shakes is the God King. Good night.
Do you stop